planet.
Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Sit on down. Let me make sure my levels are straight. Yeah, my levels good. Let me make sure my visuals cool. My visuals cool. Let me make sure this war chant is not queued up. We didn't earn it. Let me get that up out of there. Boy, let me say this first. It's hard to be the man of my house, boy. It is hard to be in charge over here. My girl looking at me stressed out. My friends calling me stressed out. My other friends a Vikings fan, and you know what I mean? And I'm responsible for all the answers. Hey, what's going on? Voch, what's going on? Voch, what's happening here? Voch, why are they doing this? And all I can do is, give the answers that I give. I say, hey, hang tight. The game's not over after one quarter. We play 4 quarters for a reason. If the game was only 1 quarter, we be in some deep stuff. You know what I mean? But this sucks, bruh. Ugh. And I know a lot of people come to me to be voice of reason guy. You know what I mean? To kind of talk them off the ledge. Because I'm not the YouTuber that, throws furniture at his house after the Cowboy loss. I'm more so the let's watch film and figure out what happened guy. I'm more so that guy. But boy, I got a list of things in my notepad. I ain't got my notepad across the room, but I got some stuff in my phone, man. But we do this thing live. We talk loud. We talk crazy when we win. We got to chop this fable when we take L's too, fam, and that's only correct. So if I can get my one positive take out of this thing, I'll let y'all know, man. That's just the NFL, bro. That's the NFL, and other teams got to play too. Let me say it again. That's the NFL, and the other teams got to play too. But I'm going to get straight into what I did not like, because I ain't like a whole bunch of stuff, bro. Let me pull out my phone here. Let me get this ready. If y'all want to call into the show, and I'm sure I got just a clear idea of what the cause is basically gonna sound like tonight. So, even though I know what it's gonna sound like, I still kind of want y'all to call in just so I can get y'all's thoughts. So I can get y'all's idea. And trust me, this show ain't going to be long. Like, when we win, I'll go 5 hours if we winning. But boy, goodness, man. Let me get some other good stuff out before we really start to tear this thing down, man. Dak Prescott's a gangster. Oh, Dak Prescott's a gangster, man. Your O-line didn't play great as a whole. I know a lot of people wanted to point directly at Connor, but Travis kind of got work too. Tyron had a rough game too. Leah had a rough game too. And mind you, I'm not going to say nothing incriminating. But what I will do is I'm going to just kind of make my broad statements, and when I watch the film, that's when I get real detailed with it. But just based on what I was looking at, your O-line didn't play the best game. Your running back did not play the best game. Your quarterback and your receivers are gangsters. Mostly Dak and Cooper. You pay those guys tomorrow. I know we lost. You pay Dak and Cooper tomorrow, man. Those guys are top tier, fantastic, man. And to be fair, Dak got that clutch in him. I know Dak got some top tier end of the game clutch in him. I'm going to touch on coaching. I never touch on coaching. I never say a word about coaching. Oh, we're going to talk about coaching today. And I know some people in the chat box happy to hear that, because y'all love for coaches to be damn gone. But boy, we're going to talk about some coaching today. But when we was on that last drive and we was down by 4 and Dak had the ball, man, for the most part, I felt good. Like, I was still like fan nervous or whatever. I was fan nervous, but I felt good about Dak having the ball with 4 minutes down by 4. I felt good about having Dak. You know what I'm saying? I felt good about that. I felt good about having Coop. I felt good about everything until the very last end of the thing, to the very last end of the red zone. I felt pretty good about it. My dad calling me to complain about the Cowboys. He's calling me to tell me Jason Garrett should get fired. I know what he's about to say. I ain't really got time to answer. My heart can't take it. I think that's all the positive I got for y'all tonight, though. Besides Dak being fantastic, besides Coop being fantastic, and them needing to be paid tomorrow, bruh, like that's all the good I got. But in terms of bad, your defense looks soft tonight. Let's go ahead and put that on the table. I wish I had some water, but it ain't gonna taste good, so I ain't gonna touch it. Your defense was soft tonight, fam. Boy, in terms of we didn't fill our gaps well, in terms of we kind of got pushed around by their O-line a little bit, in terms of when we actually beat blocks and got to our landmarks, we couldn't tackle people. We couldn't even tackle people. Because in real life, Kirk Cousins really didn't destroy you. Like, Kirk Cousins threw his touchdowns or whatever. That's going to be on the stat sheet. Kirk got about 200 and something yards, but out of them 200 and something yards, there's like a Dalvin Cook 70 yards of catching in there somewhere. You know what I mean? Dalvin Cook really put hands on you today. He's fantastic. He's Booby Miles as of now. Zeke ain't Booby Miles no more. You know what I mean? All year Saquon was damn Booby Miles. Then Zeke was Booby Miles for like 3 weeks. But boy, Dalvin Cook got my respect. Dalvin Cook is Booby Miles now. And he was the one that beat you. The bad part about it, when Dalvin went on the sideline and Madison came in, Madison started whooping you too. You know what I mean? And not even in the way of, boy, we just getting pushed around, because that happened too. But even when we didn't get pushed around, we couldn't tackle the guy. Tackling was terrible. I was on the Twitter machine, and Foots the King was like 55, terrible. He was talking about Vander Esch. You're like, boy, 55 need to be on the bench somewhere. And I'm like, man, Foots being a Jalen fan, what's going on? I'm just watching the game like, boy, 55 is looking terrible. Boy, 55 looking bad. You know what I mean? I don't know if he not healthy or not, but we're going to have to cross that road whenever we get there, bro. But I think in the long run, defense got you. 28 points. I think this offense can be better than 28 points. 24 points. This offense can be better than 24 points, but 24 points ain't terrible. 24 points in a game like this ain't terrible. We probably should have had some more points, but we're gonna touch on that in a little bit. Your defense really set you up to fail tonight, man. I was watching the game, man, and I was thinking about, man, if Dak go down and score and Minnesota got time on the clock again or whatever, we got to make one more stop on defense. And I was like, I don't even know who Minnesota punter was. I don't think I seen Minnesota's punter that night. I ain't even seen Minnesota's punter. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like I said, I watched the game in passing. I gotta, get back into the film to really see what's going on with that. But I don't think I saw them. I don't think they punted once. They ran the ball all day. And it made me sick. There was a point to where I'm watching the game, right? Like I'm watching. We was in the red zone. I was like, boy, I wish Kirk Cousins would throw it right here, because if they run it, they go get this touchdown if they run it. You know what I mean? Just because Dalvin ain't been tackled all night. A few circus catches got you. Rudolph got a nasty little circus catch in the back of the end zone. Diggs got a little circus catch. I mean, whatever. At some point, we got to have this conversation about Cheeto, man. We got to have this conversation about Cheeto Awuzie. I'm going to let y'all rock, because I know a lot of people, going to call in and kind of give their thoughts on that. But, boy, that sucked. That sucked, just watching people catch passes all over Cheeto, watching Diggs terrorize Cheeto, watching Kyle Rudolph, catch all over Cheeto. It's pretty rough, man. It's pretty rough. I don't want to be reactionary Cowboy guy and say how terrible we are. I don't want to say that, because it's enough people saying that. To be fair, it's enough people saying that the team is damn terrible. I don't agree with that. We're not a terrible team. But boy, Dalvin Cook ran the hell over us tonight. Smooth over us. Let's get into this topic y'all really want to talk about, though. This last drive when we got into the red zone, though. And I was feeling real good about Dak moving the ball, man. And Dak was moving it. But I kind of had these vibes, right? We talk a lot about vibes on my show, man. We talk about exchanging vibes. What's the defense doing? What's the offense doing? We talk a lot about vibes. And the vibes I was getting from this whole entire game was when we try to run the ball. At first, we're saying we should run the ball, but we shouldn't run it out of shotgun. We shouldn't run the ball no damn where because the run wasn't working out of any formation. But when we ran the ball, good things did not happen. When we throw the ball, good things absolutely happen. I walked into this game thinking, hey, man, we going to throw the ball all over the Vikings, and to be fair, we did. We threw the ball pretty damn well against the Cobb is 100 yards. He had 100 yards receiving tonight. Coop had 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. Listen, man, I'm still doing film this week, man. The Coop toe touches, the toe drags on the sideline, man, immaculate, bro. And Coop had 3 of them. I'm definitely gonna break down some Coop film this week. But when we passed the ball, good things happen. When we ran the ball, bad things happen. We couldn't run the ball tonight, you know? But for the life of me, I don't understand why we would try to force the issue in terms of running the football. Why we gotta run the football? You know, like if passing the ball works, let's pass the ball. Like what's the deal here, you know? I doubt that it's a thing to where we don't trust Dak. I think we trust Dak. We trust Dak to make big plays because Dak been making big plays all game. He been making them. So I don't think that there's a distrust or anything, but I really want the Cowboy media team to be thorough with this. You know what I mean? Like ask some questions. Ask some questions. Because you know the media normally asks dumb questions. Here's some good questions, media. You know, if we're so successful passing the ball and we so bad running the ball, like those 2 hurried runs, like on what was that, 2nd and 3rd down, those 2 like fast runs that we did, what was that for? Like I don't think we had to run more than 8 yards, more than 5 yards. We didn't have any big runs at all. But we continued to run and we ran it fast and we ran it kind of hastily. We didn't really take our time, you know, like it's not like we set it up and we saw what the look was gonna be and we analyzed the box and we was like, cool, let's run it right here and see what happens. We just ran back to back twice for no reason. So I need the Cowboy media to be like, yo, what was up with that last set of red zone runs? Back to back. We trying to get Zeke his numbers or something? Because if it's about numbers, then you know we can get people up out of here. If it's about getting Zeke his numbers or getting Zeke his touches, if it's anything like that, you know, let Dak be the hero right there. Let Dak be the hero. Like this is Zeke's team every other time. Like cool. Like let's not. Okay, cool. Zeke can be the man next week. Zeke can be in charge next week. But this thing belongs to Dak, especially how he's whooping ass in the air. Let's let Dak whoop ass in the air one more time and see what happens. But instead, we put Dak in a terrible spot. We put Dak in a situation where he only had a handful of plays where he could run out of a 4th and 2 type of scenario situation or whatever, but we just couldn't pull it off. Even on that pass, we threw it to Zeke. Like, stop. Stop. Why we got to throw the ball to Zeke there? I don't think why didn't Tony get that whole last drive, in my personal opinion? Why didn't Tony get that whole last drive? You know? I got questions, man. I'm not a media member. I'm not, you know, I don't work for Cowboys or nothing like that, so I would love to ask my own personal set of questions because I got plenty. But the only good things I can walk away with from this game, man, is that your offense showed heart. Your quarterback is fantastic. There should be no bad things being said about Dak. I know a lot of people saying bad things about Dak. That's what I'm hating on for the week in terms of like Cowboy haters, because I tend to call out Cowboy haters every week. That's the one I'm calling out. There's no way you can walk away from this game and still hate on Dak Prescott. You can't do it. You can't hate on Amari Cooper, and Randall Cobb had a pretty damn good game. The rest of the guys got a long way to go, man. Rest of the guys got a long way to go. And to be fair, if I could look at this from another positive Voch standpoint in terms of like what a coach would think, I hope losing this game makes you sick in terms of, like, we got to fix something. Something's got to be done. We got to do something. If not, all this talent on this team is going to be wasted. That's what I'm saying. So I know somebody's going to ask me, yo, Voch, what's your thoughts on Garrett? What's your thoughts on coaching? I say, hey, man, we have the rest of 2019 to figure it out. I never fire nobody after one game. You know what I mean? I kind of want to get a total assessment of what's going on. But if we can't get it done, then we'll have that conversation in December. All right? Let's get into the phones, man. There's no war call. Don't ask me for it. There's no good water. Don't ask me how it tastes. Or none of that. We got a lot of calls, and I kind of want everybody to get their point in for the most part. So I just need everybody to be cognizant of the notion that we got 1,000 callers and try not to hold my lines up all damn day. Y'all got me? All right, then. Let's get some volume on this thing here. Boom, boom, boom. We good there. Let me make sure my levels is straight right there. And let me turn my headphones down. All right. First call, we ain't got set it off Chris up in here, so he'll probably call in later, but we got 100 grand in. Let's get 100 grand up in here. 100 grand, what's up, man?
Listen, man.
Talk to me, brother.
Why take the ball out the man
I agree.
that's been killing it all game?
100 grand. Time out. Real fast. 100 grand. Can I say something nice for a second? Dak Prescott a gangster, huh? Because I just want to make sure I'm not bugging there.
Dak Prescott's a beast, man.
Okay.
Dak Prescott's a beast. But
sure.
You know what they're going to say tomorrow?
What are they going to say?
He ain't do a thing. That's why the Cowboys lost. The Cowboys lost the game because they wanted to take the ball out of Dak Prescott's hands and put it in a man's hands who ain't done shit all game.
Sure.
He ain't done a goddamn thing all game.
Sure.
Why you want to run it with him twice and then pass the ball to him?
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
That's what lost you the game.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, Dak Prescott would have won that game if we had 2 straight passes.
Absolutely. I agree.
That game would have got won. I'm full on expecting Dak gonna come down here. He gonna score the game-winning touchdown. I'm sitting back, I'm watching. Then they want to do that bullshit at the end with 2 quick running plays. The same goddamn running play. Are you serious?
Yep. I agree. You ain't saying nothing wrong.
And I'm glad you came on here and you wasn't this is why and this is y'all need to calm down because I thought you was gonna do that today.
Nah.
I really didn't. I was gonna come back.
Nah.
I was gonna come back because as soon as those
you wasn't gonna come at me on my show.
Plays,
you wasn't gonna wait a minute, time. You wasn't gonna come at me on my show. This is my show at the end of the day, goddamn. You wasn't gonna come at me on my show. Not in my house. In my house in front of my wife and kids. You gonna call me? I feel you though.
As soon as those 2 straight winning plays happened, your name popped right up in my head. I can't wait to hear what he got to say.
100 grand.
I can't wait.
I would be doing everybody in this chat box a disservice if I came on this thing and didn't say nothing about the play calling or the coaching or the defense or whatever. I wouldn't even do y'all like that.
I'm just Coop's a gangster.
Yeah.
He needs to get paid today. And I'm going to tell you another thing that rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Take Witten off the fucking field. Take him off the field now.
Sure.
Put Jarwin in the game. You see how they was using their tight end. Why can't we do that?
Yeah.
Why we got to have old man Witten? I don't know how he caught the 2 passes he caught. But Jarwin was in there. Why can't we would come on, man.
Sure.
That pissed me the hell off. Take his old ass off the field, please.
Sure.
He's not we can't do nothing with him. Nothing.
Sure. Yep.
And Tony Pollard, he a gadget runner. He's gadget now. We just run him in there to do some trick plays.
We put him in and pull him right back out.
To that now and kickoff return.
Yep.
Come on, man. Are you serious? Yep. You see how they was. All right, we're gonna take this back out. You get a rest. We're gonna put him in. Why can't we do that?
Yep.
Why can't we put Zeke and Tony out there at the same time? Okay, they stopping Zeke. Let's motion one this way and one that. They can't stop both of them.
Sure. It sucks, man.
I don't understand, and I don't get paid millions and millions of dollars for this.
Sure.
And the defense, come on, man. I knew every third down. I said, you know what they're going to do? They're going to blitz, and they're going to blitz and be in man, and they're going to get picked apart every goddamn time. And I was right every goddamn time. Come on. I can see that shit.
I'm sorry, 100 grand.
But hey, third down the weekend thing.
100 grand. I would normally let you talk all day. We got 20. We got 23. I'm trying to get to.
I already know, my nigga. I already know, man.
Appreciate it, 100 grand. You right though, man. You ain't said nothing wrong yet, man. Next week, man. Black actors, man. Next week. Black actors. That's the NFL though, man. That's the NFL. I can't hate on it. That's just part of the funk, bro. Like teams gonna line up, you gonna have games against them. Hey, man, I seen Saints fans today say, you know, Drew Brees need to go. I actually saw those words today. You know what I mean? I saw it. You know, people want to fire Nick Saban for losing LSU and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm ready to see things like that. I'm not going to agree with everybody. I do think coaching was not perfect tonight. I ain't trying to fire Kellen Moore. No, let's get back into some more platinum callers first. Get y'all up in the game. Let's see. Well, we got a lot of people. Let's just get into it. Taylor, what's up, man?
Man, I'm so disgusted right now over two of the dumbest play calls I've ever seen in my life.
And sir, those two play calls were back to back. Yep.
Exactly. Yep. I ain't gonna say fire Kellen Moore and all this other stuff you're gonna hear from everybody.
Sure.
But your quarterback had a hot hand and you took the game away from him. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
Dak marched you right down that field.
Yeah.
And I get we only needed 2 yards, but I mean, you want to run on second down, I can forgive that one. But to do it twice in a row when we ain't doing nothing, that's dumb. Sure. Dumb.
And then, like, you know, because people are listening to me like how I'm breaking this thing down. Look, to be fair, if we could have executed better and blocked guys up front, then it probably could have got done. But you can't take the ball out of Dak's hands right there, man. You can't take the ball because
we
Dak
started at the 5.
Dak has a history. My bad, no, you good. Dak has a history of being clutch. Dak has a history of having ice cold veins and at the end of the game being able to drive it down for you. On top of the fact that in this game in particular, because I'm very recency biased with mine, this game in particular, that we moving the ball, passing it, and that we picking on Mike Hughes, and we picking on Xavier Rhodes, and we picking on the space that they're giving us. Let's keep picking on that. So, you know, I feel you, Taylor. Keep going, my guy.
My other thing, and the other aspect of the coaching tonight that aggravated me, why are we milking the clock? Minnesota's got 3 timeouts. When you're down and you need a touchdown, just worry about scoring. Quit worrying about the clock and everything else. Just get in the damn end zone.
Like I said,
that's
man.
That's the other thing that aggravated me.
Like I said, man, the Dallas media normally asks terrible questions, but they got they got all the answers to the test today. They like whenever Jason has his little press conference or whatever, I want to know what happened with Tavon. I want to know what happened with those back-to-back runs. I wanted to know about all the little thoughts that was going on in the situations and all that. And I just kind of want some answers. I just want to hear, not in a pitchfork and torch, you know, kind of way. I ain't ready to, you know, loot and burn down businesses or whatever. But I do want to know the actual train of thought, so I can make a proper assessment on whether I was happy with the train of thought or not. That's all I want to know. Taylor, go ahead.
My guess is the train of thought was, hey, we need 2 yards, we'll get a fresh set of downs. But after second down, when you got stuff for a 1-yard loss, why try again? If you want to run in that situation, I'd be more comfortable with a 5-wide design quarterback draw.
Man, look.
Because, I mean.
If we need 2, let's just throw and get 5. Let's just throw the ball and get 5.
I don't see. We started at the 5, and Dak marched us all the way down the field.
Sure.
And then we tried to run the ball. And then, you know, I'm kind of aggravated about that cheap interception on the Hail Mary at the end too. That stuff, I hate those cheap interceptions.
Hey man, appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call. Enjoy your Pepsi. Don't drink water this week. Talk to you next week, man.
I'm drinking beer tonight or something.
Hard whiskey.
All right, man. Have a good one, Voch.
Yes, sir. Like I said, man, I'm not gonna be the YouTuber that tears his furniture up at the after a Cowboy W. That ain't after a Cowboy loss. Pardon me, we lost. I'm not gonna tear my furniture up, man. This ain't that ain't what I do. Y'all can go find the EDP version of Cowboy Land to do that. I'm not gonna do that, but this does in fact suck a little bit. All right, Brandon, what's up?
Cowboy Land to do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Brandon,
This does back.
Yeah.
turn down your radio.
What's going
for me.
on, Voch?
What's good, man?
Yeah, man. Man, you know what, man? I read like a stat that we were like the second youngest team in the league.
Sure.
Do you think that has something to do with us having these slow starts at the beginning of the game?
Nah, man. In terms of slow starts, I just think, man, sometimes you just play good teams, man. So I mean, it happens. You know, slow starts, man. I don't want. Sometimes you just are who you are. You know what I mean? And if a slow starter is who you are, that's just who you are. You know, there used to be a time in Cowboy Land where we used to start fast, but we couldn't finish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
just like there was nothing we could do about it. That was just our identity or whatever. I guess our identity now is you know, it just takes us a little bit. We'll probably get a series or two, and once we figure out what we're doing, then we'll just you know trap meet.
Yeah, I understand that, man, but you know, it's just hard because
Yeah.
you know, I could see if we was a bad team, but I feel like we were a better team than the Vikings. And for us to come out and they just, you know, run it down our throats and, you know, just draw the ball on us,
Sure.
like, I feel like it's no excuse for that.
I
You know
never
what I
seen
mean?
the defense tackle that bad, you know.
Man,
And I've seen Saquon do Barry Sanders like things, but at least when we get there, we'll tackle them or whatever. We just couldn't get those dudes on the ground, man. And I mean, if you want to put this on anybody, I think in the NFL against a good Vikings defense, I think 24 points is adequate. Now, at the end of the day, we lost, but I think 24 points is adequate enough to call yourself a pretty solid day on the offense or whatever. But we just couldn't tackle a soul, man.
yeah, I look at this as kind of like a, you know, a playoff game. Like, this was a preview
Sure.
to, you know, what we would face when we get in the playoffs.
Mhm.
When we get in the playoffs, you know, 24 points is good enough, you know, on a regular day, regular season, most likely. But, you know, in the playoffs, you know, coaching comes into play. You gotta execute when it comes to coaching.
Sure.
And you can't just keep running, like at that second to the last possession, can't just keep running Zeke into a wall and then get negative yardage.
Yeah,
You know
man,
what I mean? I feel like that was the one that was carrying us the whole game on offense and the receivers. Why not put it into their hands? I understand it's red zone and, you know, within 20 yards or whatever, but, you know, you got to go what's been working for you the whole game. Like, you see, like, your O-line is not playing like they have been playing these last couple of games or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So why not give it to the people that put you in this position thus far?
Like I said, man, I can only hope that the Dallas media team ask all those very, very important questions, and once we have those answers, we'll just make an assessment off of that. So I ain't really jumping all out the ledge or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to hear what Jason got to say. I want to hear what Jason got to say because you know you've got to be paid off to not ask. What was the thinking behind the back-to-back runs when Dak been whooping ass the whole game? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. And on a good note, though,
Yeah.
I feel like that, like, I don't feel like going forward, he's the problem.
Oh, Dak
like,
is fantastic.
Dak stands tall in the pocket, and he's doing his shit, man.
Even if Jason gets pushed off the bridge, even if he gets, you know, obliterated, if John Wick is called on him, if he gets, you know what I'm saying, Kung Loud out here, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
At least we're set in terms of I know who my quarterback is. I know who my X receiver is. Like, let's move on with those guys and, you know, cross that road. I got callers, though, Brandon. Appreciate you, man.
Alrighty, man.
Yeah. You know something I noticed? Like when we win, we normally have all like platinum callers or whatever. But when we lose, a whole bunch of strange numbers I ain't never seen in my life just start to show up or whatever. And I get real weary and nervous when all these strange, weird numbers, all these Mississippi numbers is calling. I'm not. I see y'all. Y'all gotta wait. Y'all gotta wait. Miss April, make me feel better. I'm sick.
I know, Voch. I know. I'm going to have to talk you off the ledge tonight, and I don't believe this.
I'm
I really
on it.
don't.
I'm on it. With no harness or nothing.
Daylight savings time.
With no harness, please.
Well, my take is, we have the issue of the run game, stopping the run game for the defense.
Yeah.
It's been something that, from even last year, and we just don't have, I don't think, the right type of players to stop the run. When it's running right at us, even with your film breakdown, you said LVE and Jalen Smith, that's their weakness. When running backs are coming straight at them, that's not their strong suit, and this issue is showing up.
Sure.
I'm not really. For me, I wasn't really opposed to those last series with Zeke with the run, because I was calling, for Zeke and to kind of, control the clock a bit,
right,
to run it down. But the last two run games and the screen throw to Zeke I'm like, what is that? I didn't get that at all. But I understand what the play calling was. It's just that it just didn't work.
It was terrible, is what it was. It was terrible.
It was terrible, but that's why that's what we have Zeke for, and that's what we paid him for, and it just didn't materialize and it didn't produce.
Yeah.
So wasn't really opposed to the play call. It just didn't pan out for us.
I totally agree.
If we let's say if it was maybe a zone read or throwing it to Carl Cooper and then it didn't catch it, then it would have been, oh well, why didn't you run it with Zeke?
Sure.
Because it didn't work out. That's how I look at it. The defense, it's a continuous problem. I don't know how they can fix that, but it was a game that could have been won. Yeah. We was right there in the red zone, and if the plays had run, if Zeke had have maybe been a little bit more patient and hit the hole, because he had run lanes. I don't really think the O-line was that bad, tonight. I really don't. Sure. It's just that Zeke didn't have a good night. Dalvin Cook did, and their O-line, he made the best of what the O-line showed him. Zeke did not.
Sure.
And like the better team won tonight. So I don't want any coaches fired, but they need to have a really hard look as who they are as for the play calling, and they need to tighten things up. But for tonight, I don't want anybody fired yet.
I tell you what though,
it was a game that could have been won.
Fire Jerry Jones. He the reason we lost last night, Miss April. Get him up out of here.
The black cat. The cat was the reason why we lost. We should have left well enough alone and left the black cat in New York. But no, we wanted to get greedy and try to have some cat magic in Jerry World, and it backfired.
I agree, Ladybug. I'm not gonna be like everybody else. Zeke ain't just terrible out of nowhere. Zeke gonna come back and get like 150 rushing yards next week, and we just gonna move along. But this suck a little bit.
It hurts tonight. It hurts tonight. It sucks tonight. I know.
We'll be all right.
So drink a sip of water, and we're gonna keep going and get another caller in, and let's keep our heads up. It's not over yet.
I understand, Ms. April. Just whatever you do, have your little wine at home and just don't drink or nothing. Just don't drive, but just have your wine and then just go to bed and we'll just talk about it.
I always got my Parmesan mango on deck.
Thank you, Ms. April. Thanks for
always. All right, bye.
Oh man, I promise I didn't smile not one time till Ms. April called me, and I just had this big smile on my face, and I could not resist when Ms. April called me, man. All right, back to this scowl, back to this frown, so I can deal with the rest of y'all. The rest of y'all hooligans, the rest of y'all degenerates. Dave from New York, what's up, brother?
What's good? What's good, Voch? How you?
Ain't nothing good, but my quarterback and my receiver, everything else terrible. Talk to
yeah.
me.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm gonna reiterate what everybody else was saying, but those two, though, I think they tried to justify paying Zeke.
Sure.
By trying to give him touches. I didn't see. I seen Pollard. He got 1 for 4, 1 for -4.
Sure.
But they're not utilizing him. You know what I'm saying? Why we got our rookie on the bench? Zeke, we paid Zeke.
Yeah.
But we got our rookie on the bench. Jazz it up. You know what I'm saying? Amari, Gallup, Cobb, they even with Jarwin, Dak was doing his thing.
Sure.
But I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking that they're trying to say, okay, we want to see you if you want to work that money, Dak. We want to see if you work that money, but then they take the ball and say, nah, we don't want to pay you that money. Because I heard something about franchise tagging him earlier.
Yeah, that was something that Rappaport was talking about. He don't know. He don't know what the hell going on. No, nobody know but them. Nobody knows but them. But hey man, hell, we paying Zeke, but shit, we paying Dak too. I mean, Zeke getting more money, but hell, man, get your W's first, man. It's gonna be a lot of Illuminati theories coming out, like, oh, the Cowboys didn't want Dak to throw the game winner because they didn't want to pay him big. You're gonna hear those crazy thoughts or whatever. But like I said, man, I'm gonna just reserve all my crazy thoughts and opinions until I hear the media ask Jason Garrett, what was the deal with the 2 run plays, or they ask Kellen Moore what was the deal with the 2 run plays, and then we'll just kind of go from there. So maybe on the morning after stream, that'll be something that we actually get a chance to talk about, though. But I'm not jumping off, jumping off the bandwagon. I'm not jumping off ship, man. I'm not overreacting, but it just sucks, man. We lost. It's just a W,
Well, I'm glad you that it's that kind of drive for you, Rob. But listen, one thing I would say this is the fact that our defense normally, when we were, I guess maybe we had a lead or whatever, but I seen them swarming to the ball. I'm not seeing that. I'm like, it seems like they're playing back. They hesitant.
Oh no, listen, don't get me wrong. They swarm to the ball. They look the damn defensive what's the word I'm looking for? Pursuit. The pursuit was fantastic. They just couldn't tackle them when they got there. The pursuit wasn't bad. They just couldn't. They just got ran over. They got run over. That's it.
But what I'm saying, Blatch, okay, in terms of the swarm, like even if running backs or whoever was running to the ball, you had 2 or 3 dudes there trying to get the ball out.
He ran over all of them. The tackling was terrible, Dave. I don't know what to tell you. And thanks for the call, because I got 100 calls. But
yeah, thank you for taking my call, Bob. I appreciate it.
No doubt, man. Listen, man, they got to the ball. Pursuit was fantastic. Collinsworth was saying, LVE's, he's the only one. Yeah, the speed was there. But boy, it was bouncing off his ass, boy. It was boy, it was bouncing off what's his face? Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, fantastic. For the next 7 days or till the next football week or whatever, Dalvin Cook is Booby Miles. That's it. Dalvin is Booby Miles, fam. That just is what that is. Oh man, Chris been on hold for 2 minutes. That's way too long. Chris, man, talk me off the ledge, brother.
Hey, brother. Hey, first of all, I'm sorry, man. I didn't catch you, man. I was at work, man, and I just came, man. I was just coming back from my son was playing a game up in Richmond, Virginia, and I guess the same thing that plagued my son's team, plagued the Cowboys tonight, man, was just coaching. And we've been talking about this thing for a long time. We put it on execution all the time. But I think
not tonight. Not tonight, Chris. Not tonight.
Hey, yeah, not tonight, baby. I'm not putting it on execution tonight. Yeah. Execution was flawless. That Joker Wayne Dakota Prescott.
Cold.
He got that Joker on the 5-yard line, and he walked it down the field.
Man.
And this is one time I had to say that he needed to conjure up the ghost of Antonio Romero Romo. And call it and look at it. Say, the hell with your play call. I got the hot hand. I'm about to go bring this Joker home. Because they could not stop him tonight.
Chris, I tell you what. Listen, Chris, you know, I don't know if you was listening earlier, man, but if I had 2 positives to pull out of this thing, it ain't many, but if I got 2 positives I could pull, that Dak and Amari Cooper need to get paid tomorrow.
Well, they should have been paid. But what I'm saying is that they couldn't stop either one of them.
Yeah.
But they couldn't stop. They couldn't stop anything. This narrative that they're going to try to load up and say, "Hey, stop Zeke, you stop the Cowboys." This is the one time you can't put that on them because he was shredding them. He's going to have a stat line of over 350 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. And the interception's garbage at the end. But if he sits back and on that play call at 2nd and 2, and he sees it's a run play, he checks that, kill, whatever, and drop back and throw it.
Yep.
Dude, they was taking Mike Hughes' lunch money. Xavier Rhodes, he going to school drinking water because he ain't got no lunch. He was dealing tonight.
Yep.
Flat out, unequivocally dealing. 50 grand said the best, man. I mean, I ain't about, I'm not about, hey, you can see me. I got receipts. I'm not a great Jason Witten fan, but tonight it was all on the point, all on the fact that this was what he needed to say in his maturation. Listen, I'm the guy. I'm the guy that's going to carry this team. Zeke is wonderful. Zeke is a great addition, but I'm the big boss with the bottle of hot sauce. And he should have called out of that thing and threw them for a touchdown. Because at the end of the day, they would have to drove the field to beat him. And, he was masterful.
Yep.
4 minutes, 34 or 44 seconds, and he walked it all the way down the field.
I think the staff should have faith in Dak like Green Bay has faith in Aaron Rodgers, or like the Saints lost today, but how the Saints would normally have faith in Drew Brees. I'm not saying that Dak is as good as those guys, but I'm saying that you got to have a certain level of trust for that dude. You know what I mean? Because Dak has shown us plenty of times that when it's on the line, he can drive that thing and get it done.
Hey, Voch, I'm gonna have to stand correct you, brother. I'm gonna have to stand correct. They should have it. He is just as good as those guys in the clutch.
Sure.
Because before the night, he had more comeback wins, right, than any other quarterback in football.
Sure.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
Dude, when the money's on the table,
yep,
Dak gonna roll 7. Because we roll dice in the bathroom.
In the bathroom, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
On cardboard.
He gonna roll 7.
On cardboard.
7-11.
Because the flow ain't clean.
Got a little chill on me.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
So I'm I don't like to correct you because this is your house, man. I'm sitting in your house. I'm sipping from your glass. Dak in the clutch. When the money's on the table, he gets it done.
All I would like to do is I just want to hear what the Jason Garrett press conference was sounding like, because if the Dallas media is responsible, they're gonna ask him, "Yo, fam, what was good with those 2 runs right there when Dak been kicking ass all game?" They've got to ask that question. They got to ask that question.
You got to ask the question, but you already. But if you ask the question, there is no good answer, because you can't sit there and say, "Oh, well, we didn't want him to do this. We didn't want him to do this," or "Hey, we want." Listen, that money you paid Zeke is gone. It's justifiable. Go look at Spotrax. He getting 8, even though the big number is $90 million. It's like $8.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's $8.5 million, $9 million a year, and he is worth every penny of that. But on the night where they are bottling up the run, they are committing 5 and 6 guys, and you putting them quarterbacks out there one-on-one, and Dak is seeing them, and he's got wide open lanes, and he's picking them apart. You let Dak just pick them apart. That's what you do. That's what everybody else does. Anybody else? Mm-hmm. That was the time where he had to go from being, hey, I'm gonna follow the play call, what they call it, I'm gonna run, to saying, listen, man, I'm dealing right now. They can't stop me. They can't stop me. Ain't a man alive walking can stop me out here tonight. It's my game. And under 2 minutes, oh man, no, man. 2 minutes in that building, number 4, I'm taking Ray Dakota Prescott over anybody in the business.
All I can say though, set it off, Chris. All I can say is that I hope we learn though. Well, not we like us, because we know. I hope they learn. I hope they learn.
Oh yeah. Hey, guess what? This is all inside of his maturation. They 5-4. We gonna get all the hate this week. We gonna get all the y'all ain't beat this and the third. But guess what? I've seen what I need to do. That I know Amari will play hurt and play well. I know Rain can throw this football, and it's just one more click over. Man, I'm telling you, man, this story's gonna be sweet at the end, man. But it sucks right now.
It sucks right now.
It sucks right now.
Yep. We just gotta learn from it.
It sucks because, yeah, man. We just, and you know, but at the end of the day, I'm tired of learning these lessons this way. You know, I done took this test before.
Yeah.
Test I want now is getting wins, getting dubs, and that's what we should have got tonight. But hey, you know, I ain't got no unicorns out tonight. But I know my quarterback could play a heck of a game. I don't want to hear none from these guys. Oh, he was a warrior or valiant effort. I don't want to hear all this. Listen, I learned from it. We lost. The defense got punched. I know you're going to go through your film study. I know you're going to look at it. But the one thing that I caught tonight, man, and I'm going to get out of here, man, the fullback for the Vikings.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that dude is.
Ham.
The last Ham guy I knew was any good, man, was Darvin Ham when he broke the backboard on Carolina in the daggum NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know, you know, that's the last Ham guy I saw do anything professionally. Man, he rooted the linebackers out, and they ran wide on them all night.
Hey, yo, Chris, one more thing, though, before you go. You know, we're not going to have no water tonight. We're not going to have the war call tonight because we got to earn it.
Hey, man, listen, man.
Because we got to earn it.
My throat is parched and dry. You should be able to hear it because I'm mad.
However, though.
But I refuse to drink water. I refuse to taste that, man. Not right now.
But, Chris, however, I was just looking at the numbers. Voch Lombardi's live show got more than DallasCowboys.com live show right now. So we're going to hit the button on that. We're going to hit the button on that. We're going to do that. We're going to do that.
You should, brother.
But
as you should. Hey, I'm going to get out the way, man. There's a bunch of great callers out there, man. Folks with great insight, man. I'm listening to the show. We'll talk later, boss.
Appreciate you, man. Next week, man. Next week.
Right now.
Oh, we're going to celebrate that. We ain't getting no more war calls. I cut the war call off. It's off. We're not getting no more. But Voch does have more live views right now than DallasCowboy.com. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, though. But I like what Chris was saying, man. I like what he was saying, and that's just kind of how we talk around here, man. Dak, look, man, when Dak got the hot hand, you don't pass the dice, bro. You don't pass the dice. When we're in the bathroom and the money on the floor, you don't pass the dice, man. You let Dak keep rolling. You know, Dak rolled 6 straight 7s, and we gave it to Zeke. we say Zeke can't roll this. Oh, boy, I'm sick about that part. It's all good, though. We got plenty more calls. Everybody that's calling in, I'm not like these other shows that tell y'all to call in, but I never get to you. But when I do get to you, like I only give you like 5 seconds to talk. I'm not gonna do that. I want to get to everybody, so everybody just kind of be aware that I got like 30 callers. So just don't take my line up all day, all right? But I will get to you. Just hang tight. Buttered Toast. What's up, Buttered Toast?
What's going on, Voch?
What's cracking lacking, brother? What you got for the show?
Man, so I got a few things to say. I'm gonna try to make it quick though.
There you go.
So basically, our Dak was let down by our team. Our defense, our coaches, and our kicker. He did great all night. The guy looked phenomenal. Some of those passes he had were just great.
Yeah.
Another thing is,
wait a minute.
Could you do maybe like your next film breakdown? Could you do just a count on how many times you ran out of the read option? Like, why are we not pushing Ezekiel Elliott down the middle? He's a power back. We're using him more like a scat back this game when the defensive ends were coming off the edge with just violence.
Hold on, wait a minute, time out. Wait. Butter Toast, give me 30 seconds. Don't hang up. I promise you I'm coming right back. Let me just mute you real quick. Hold on, Butter Toast, don't go nowhere. Wait a minute. 901 315. Butter Toast, don't go nowhere. Hold on. Wait a minute. Time out. Kentwan.
Yeah.
Bro, why you ain't been calling all season? I've been looking for you all season, man. Where you been at?
Bro, you know what's going on.
I don't know nothing.
My body's so hurt right now, man.
I don't know nothing. You ain't called me all season, man. What's the vibe, man?
Nah. Look. Something happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm back now. Don't even worry about that. You know, I'm calling every Sunday. You feel me? But today, man, I had a bit. I'm so hurt right now, but all I prayed for was the Cowboys. I don't ask for nothing for my birthday, you feel me?
Yeah.
Nothing for my birthday, you feel me? But I don't want it was the Cowboys win. I don't understand how Dak walked that bitch walked the fucking dog down the field the entire game. The entire game. They couldn't stop Coop or motherfucking Cobb for shit.
No.
Cooper Cobb could have been a 4'11" midget, you feel me?
Could've
and
been what?
Still couldn't stop him.
Damn. Go ahead, man. Talk to him. Let him know.
But I'm like, okay, 3rd and 2. Okay. Zeke been averaging 3.3 yards a carry. Okay, I get it. But on 4th and 5, bro.
No.
On 4th and 5, bro.
Man.
You throw it to Zeke, bro.
Man.
Like, come on. If Dak would have just read his progression, I believe them folks said Zeke was going to be open.
If he did what?
Because if Dak would have read his progressions, Cobb was wide open up in the middle of the field. You can look at the film. You can look at the film.
Yeah.
You can look at the film.
Right.
Cobb was wide open running in the middle of the field. Bam. That's the first down right there. You feel me?
Yeah.
And another thing, but the defense was so, like, the pursuit was awesome. But the tackling, bro, what the... Like, I swear to God, if we stop the ball where the ball's supposed to be stopped, we win this game.
Yeah.
Regardless of anything, we win this game.
Yeah.
We win this game. That's real facts.
Yeah.
That's real facts, you feel me?
Yeah.
Them real facts, bro.
Yeah.
Them is real facts.
Facts.
If we stop the ball where the ball's supposed to be stopped, man, I don't know how many times I saw Cook or whatever the backup running back name is, man, get so many yards out the carry, bro.
Yeah.
Yards of the contact.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 4th and 5, game on the line. We throw it to the nigga that ain't even been doing shit. His primary job. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Coop and Cobb had 3 digits each.
3 what?
Dak has been letting them.
They had what?
3. They had 3 digits apiece.
What that mean? 3 digits. Digits. 3. Okay. They had 100 yards. Okay, gotcha. Go ahead. Gotcha.
You feel me? Like, bro, like, you saw them catches Coop made. The little toe tap. Call him toe tap from now on, y'all.
Dragging his toe.
Call toe tap from now on. You feel me?
Yeah.
No more 2-tap Coop. It's 2-tap Coop, 2-tap Cobb on everything. But, like, it's like, that hurt me. Like, how do you let this man walk the ball down the field?
I'm sorry.
You're supposed to, if that's the case, bro, you live and die by that. You live and die by that.
That's
like,
facts.
This money time, like, we had the perfect scenario, you feel me? Like, man, bro, it was like, what, 50 seconds left?
Yeah.
We can run the motherfucker down. We can run the motherfucker down.
Man.
Like, if it's 20 seconds left, if it's 30 seconds left of Kirk Cut, I'm not worried about that.
Right.
Yeah, the defense line could have played better, but when we needed them the most to make a stop, they made that motherfucker. And when we needed Dak the most, you feel me?
You sound hurt, man. You sound hurt.
He made the play. I'm hurt. I'm so hurt right now. I'm so hurt about it. But I'm so hurt right now, but I'm so hurt right now, but like it. Like I know other people calling, but y'all bear with me. It's my. I gotta have this. I don't want. Y'all know me. I don't do too much. I don't answer too much. This is my birthday. I just need to let this hurt out. You feel me? Like this is for the callers. You feel me? Yeah. I just need to let this hurt out. But I'm so hurt right now.
I know. Yeah.
I don't understand. Like how you let Dak on Minnesota's top-notch defense walk that bitch from the 5-yard line all the way to the 15.
They would take it out of his hands.
And come away with nothing.
Ken Swan, let me ask you a question.
You supposed to.
Ken Swan, let me ask you a question. You ever shot dice in the bathroom before?
You already know what's going on. You already know it. I'll be in the schoolhouse. You feel me?
If you roll 7,
7-11, baby.
If you roll 7 6 times, right? You pick your money up off the floor. Do you roll again, or do you give it to the next man?
I keep rolling.
You keep rolling.
I'm hot.
You roll till you don't get sabins no more. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hot. I'm hot. But what's the point of giving a dice? I'm hot.
Yeah.
What's the point of giving a dice up?
Yeah.
What is the point of giving them D's up, bro? I'm hot.
Why?
I'm hot right now. Like, I don't know why come on, Nat. Coop and Cobb was killing the entire. You know what? I wouldn't even be mad that gave to Gallup because Gallup was doing something too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gallup. Shout out to Michael Gallup, but you know what's going on.
Yeah.
But Coop and Cobb was terrorizing Hughes and Xavier Ruff. I don't know who Xavier Ruff. He is no right. Brad's trash, man. Like Brad can't cover a blanket. You feel me? Damn. He can't cover a blanket.
Why would you cover a blanket? Damn. Yeah. Damn.
Like Cobb was abusing them boys. Coop was abusing them boys. Why? What on money time? Give it to Cobb or Coop. They have. But I was watching the game on my TV. This is a 60-inch. This is 60-inch. You know, nothing too major.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too major. But I'm seeing everything. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's like I saw Cobb. He ran a 5-yard slant. Boom. Wide open, Voch. Voch, watch the film.
I know.
And I want you to at me if I'm lying.
At you
tell
where?
me he went wide open and tell me Dak couldn't made that throw. If Dak would have read his progressions. I believe they told Dak Zeke gonna be open. I believe it. I believe they said Zeke gonna be wide open out on the 5-yard out. I believe they told him that.
Mm.
But if Dak would have read his progressions and said, fuck this, they got the cachet to say, nah, fuck this.
Mm.
If I'm gonna look at Zeke for a second. If he ain't open, fuck it. I'm going to Coop and Cobb. If he would have said that, bam, we in the door. You feel me? But the defense, man, I can't believe what I saw out of Vander Esch, Sean Lee,
Sure.
and Jada Smith tonight.
Sure.
There was so many. Voch.
I'm going to watch
God
it.
can strike me down right now, Voch. You feel me?
Don't say that.
God can strike me down right now, Voch.
Don't say that.
If I'm lying.
Don't say that.
If we stop the ball at the point of attack, we win this fucking. You know how many seconds and long, third and longs they converted?
Plenty.
Off of missed tackles?
Yeah. Yeah, you had a 4th down on the goal line, on the 1-yard line.
4th down on the goal line. Voch.
Yeah.
We know they finna run it for weeks. They've been trying to run the ball up the middle 3 straight times and didn't succeed.
I'm
So
sorry,
you gotta
man.
think. Maybe they not gonna go. Maybe they gonna deter away from the middle, inside run, and try to sweep it. Cause that's what their money play was, Voch. Cause they would bring the fullback ham in and run a sweep. Am I lying?
You're right.
Am I lying? I'm not lying. You feel me? Like, come on, man. We got some of the fastest linebackers in the game. You gotta mentally know. You gotta take a mental note of that. That's how I know the defense. That's how I know they weren't really focused and really paying attention to what the schemes was of the Vikings. You feel me?
I tell you what, though, Twan, what's going to happen is I'm going to watch the film and break this thing down. I'm going to answer a lot of questions, and I'm just going to listen to, you know what I'm saying, Jason Garrett, see what he got to say, and we're going to cross that road whenever we get there. But listen, man, I need you to be calling into my show from now on, man. I don't know why you was gone for 9 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Mine, Voch, that's my bad, Voch. You know what's going on, Voch. You know I'm a platinum caller. I call every week, win or lose. You know this.
Yeah, you right.
You know this.
Yeah.
You know, but yo, YouTube don't be giving me notifications on your lives and shit. So I'll be thinking, damn, where Voch go? You thinking where Kid Twan go? I'm thinking where Voch go. You see this type of shit?
Hit
so,
the button.
These numbers, I stay calling to your show. You see,
hit that bell. Hit that bell, man. Cut it off and cut it back on, man. YouTube be funny. But listen, I got some other callers, man. Man, look, hit me back next week though, man.
Say no more. They love.
Appreciate it, famo. Oh man, listen, man. Ken Twan platinum, dog. You gotta Ken Twan. Listen, man. There's platinum, then there's privilege. You know what I'm saying? Butter Toast hung up. Hey man, my bad, Butter Toast. But there's platinum callers, then there's privilege callers. Ken Twan absolutely has privilege, man. I apologize. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. But Butter Toast, if you call back in, I'll absolutely get you back at the top, man. We just had to do what we had to do, man. Clinton, what's up, man?
What's good, Voch?
What's that, man? Talk to him about your Cowboys, man.
Hey, my water tastes like boiling hot trash.
I agree, but I wouldn't even know because I wouldn't even taste the water. I wouldn't even know what boiling hot trash tastes like because I wouldn't even try it. I wouldn't attempt to drink no water today. But I feel you, sir. Talk to me about your Cowboys.
Man, Voch, I just want to let you know, and as you know, we never established a run. So I got a question for you. Do you think the other teams see this and say, well, we don't have a Dalvin Cook, but we got a Ty Gurley, or we got a Sony Michel, because, we got to face the Patriots. Do you think that they'll see this and say, hey, we figured out the Cowboys. They can't stop somebody who can drag, who can carry their defense. What you think?
Well, that kind of makes sense, but you would think that's been the case the whole time, because at the end of the day, like, you still got to have personnel to do it. You know what I mean? You can call yourself running at the Cowboys if you want to, but you still got to block and you still got to run us over. If you can't block us and if you can't run us over, then then there's no formula. I just think, hey man, Dalvin Cook is Booby Miles, man. It just is what it is right there.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question. Is it the fact that we don't trust Dak, or is it the fact that we paid Zeke that we ran it back to back on those possessions? I know you're not the coach. I know you're not the coaching staff,
Sure.
But in your opinion, what do you think?
I don't think
they trusted Zach the whole game. They trusted Dak. They said, Mr. Prescott, do work, and he did it.
I don't think money has anything to do with it, because from a coach's standpoint, two things in terms of coaching. One, if the game's on the line or whatever and it comes down to wins and losses is the only thing that matters. Now, if we whooping the other team, then we'll probably pad the stats a little bit to make it look better. But conventional wisdom would say, man, look, Dak can make 20. Okay, look at the Carolina Panthers or whatever. You got Christian McCaffrey, you got Kyle Allen. Christian's the guy, but if you can win the game with Kyle Allen, win the game with Kyle Allen. It's just the first analogy that popped up in my head or whatever. But I don't think money got to do with it. I just think you just win games wherever you can. But like I said, we just need answers. Whenever Jason Garrett has his little press conference or whatever, I would love to just hear what he got to say. I would love to hear it. We just ain't got it. We just ain't got the answers. Oh yeah. One more thing. I think the reason that they went with Zeke, and I could be wrong, like I said, we got to see, but I think they went with Zeke because in their mind, Zeke is the best player. Zeke's the best player on their team in their mind. But I think you just got to go with what works, opposed to who is the best guy on your team.
I 100% feel you on that, because Zeke can take over a game as we've seen, but like you said, in the coaching staff, he is the best player. Do you think Tony Pollard gonna be the next Ryan Switzer as far as underutilization? Hey, my boy, your nephew, your cousin, Tony Pollard is a monster. What? I know they don't put him out there. You think he's gonna get the same Ryan Switzer treatment?
We just got a lot of guys that can play. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because if you look at who's productive week by week, is always somebody different. This week, Randall Cobb got 100 yards receiving. Like another week, it'll be Gallup that'll get 100 yards receiving. If we playing against the Giants, Blake Jarwin will get all the touchdowns. Sometimes it's Witten. So I just think it just kind of depends. I think the biggest problem with Tony is that Zeke's so good, And I understand we lost. I understand, Zeke didn't have a great game tonight, but I don't want to be so emotional that I can't say Zeke is a good player. I don't even want to be so emotional, that I can't say that. Zeke is still fantastic, but it's just that Tony, in order for him to get in, Zeke gotta not be involved. Even if they're in the game at the same time and you throw the ball to Zeke, you throw the ball to Tony, Zeke ain't getting the ball. So you just gotta find a balance. But I do agree that Tony should be getting the ball a lot more. You just gotta figure out how to make it work.
I feel you. Hey, I tell you ain't getting 100 yards. Damn, Jason Witten. Hey, put my boy Blake Jarwin in the game. For real. Hey, Gold Jacket with all honor and respect and somewhat praises to his name at times. he is not the guy right now. He's taking snaps from these dudes who can potentially go further, like physically as far as yards, and who can actually have a better career than he can at this point. What's going on, Voch? What it is?
We'll see. We'll see next week, man. I don't want to answer right now because we just lost about an hour ago, and I feel bad about it. But we'll see, my guy. I got 1,000 calls, though, Clinton. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right, much love. Appreciate it. Later.
Yeah. Cleveland Brown in my chat box, and I think this is a real interesting point, and I would love to kind of get my thoughts on this before I get back into the calls or whatever. Cleveland Brown says, okay, Voch, you can give me my crow on Leighton Vander Esch. He's playing like Bobby Carpenter out there. What Cleveland is referring to, there was a period in Voch's life because Voch is draft guy as well. You know, like I'm Cowboy guy in the regular season, but I really make my living draft guy. So when we drafted Vander Esch, I had my criticisms of him. You know, I was like, "Yo, Vander Esch is cool when he's not getting blocked. If everything's perfect in front of him and he's not getting blocked, he's fantastic. But when you put bodies on him, you know, when it's time to shed blocks, when guys get to second level, it can be a little shaky. So when Vander Esch has a fantastic rookie campaign running free, people looked at Voch like, Voch, you trash. You don't know how to evaluate players. But the more evidence comes out, you know what I'm saying, Vander Esch kind of has a problem getting off blocks or, you know, dealing with trash or whatever. I'm not going to be eat crow guy because I think like a big problem that people have in football in general is microwave mentality and take a L culture. You know what I mean? I think take a L culture is some of the worst shit in football. It sucks when people can't just come together, have a thought, and have an opinion without one thing happening, and now they jumping all in your face and going, boy, you was wrong about that. Like, evaluate. And if you're wrong, look at what happened and then make another evaluation. You know what I'm saying? Perfect example. Another example, right? When Jordan Howard, his rookie year, he was like second in the league in rushing, and they was anointing him, and I was like, chill. And they was like, Voch, you a hater. And now Jordan Howard is like a pedestrian, you know? Or when Daniel Jones has 2 good games and he gets called Danny Dimes and say, Voch, you was laughing at Daniel Jones. What do you think of him now? I go, it's been 5 weeks. You know, relax. You know what I'm saying? I just think we should be a lot. And this also plays into the reaction tonight. We should be a lot less microwave, a lot less reactionary, and we shouldn't feed into take a L culture because it's not good in terms of educating people in terms of like and just like football intelligence. Like take a L culture is not great for football intelligence. You know what I mean? If I'm watching the Cowboys and we lose, take a L culture would have you believe that everything was terrible. I don't get emotional when we lose per se. I want to look and see what happened. How did we lose? Let's evaluate this thing. Then we'll make a decision and cross that road whenever we get there. So when we lose to a team, I don't want to just flat out say fire Jason Garrett. If it's the end of 2019 and then I make that decision, then cool. Then you can fire Jason Garrett. Because you could have Freddie Kitchens. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm just a little more patient. So, like, what I was getting at with that, Cleveland Brown, no, I don't want to give you crow. I don't want to make you take an L on your Leighton Vander Esch proclamation. It just is what it is, man. Vander Esch had a bad game. You know, he's probably not healthy. He probably just ain't healthy. You know, he once he gets his health back in order, his neck don't hurt no more, we'll have another conversation. I don't want to say Cheeto's bad. Cheeto had a good year. Cheeto had a bad year. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It just happens that Cheeto's getting his ass picked on right now. I will say Cheeto's getting picked on, but hey, Cheeto come back next year, get 7 interceptions. That shit won't even exist no more. Let's get back to the calls, though. I just wanted to say that, though. Big Dog, what's up?
What's up? What's up? Boy.
Everything, player. What you got for the show?
Hey, man, well, you know, I made me a little list. You know, I was trying to hit some points that everybody ain't talked about, but
okay.
All right, so we got the obvious, you know, 2 bad calls in the run. I don't know why we call that. Take the pass out. To me, this game, your best player, it was not Zeke. Your best player was Dak Prescott.
Absolutely.
Keep the ball. So like you was talking about running the dice. Oh, if you keep hitting 7, keep hitting 11, keep hitting 7. Well, if I'm Zeke, I'm making money off him. I'm side betting. I'm saying, hey, coach, let me run a play. Let me be the decoy, get the defense attention. Somebody can creep out the back. Maybe Pollard, if you throw him in there at the same time with me.
Keep rolling.
So I'm making side bets.
Yeah.
But, so I don't like the play where we did 2 runs. I was cool with the first one just to see if it was there. If it wasn't, cool. And I really wish Dak would have checked out the second one. Like when we ran it again on 3rd and 5, that was terrible. And then we came back on 4th and 5 and threw it to him. Man, Zeke is not. I don't think he is very effective when we line him up that slot.
Real fast though, let me just real fast. Let me say this too though. Like the reason I'm not really jumping at it right now, the reason I want to wait on the press conferences and stuff, because what if Jason Garrett get up there and say, we didn't call those 2 run plays. It was no huddle and it was Dak's decision. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying
Dak problem.
I ain't saying that's the case. I just want to kind of get my information before I start shooting birds out the sky. That's my only thoughts on that. Because now that I mention it, that may make sense if that happened like that. I don't know. We'll see. But go ahead, finish what you're saying.
Yeah. I want him to check out of it the second time, and then having Zeke. I guess I'll do Zeke. Having Zeke in the slot. I don't like that. We just scrap that. When Zeke flank out in the slot, how many passes has he really caught from the slot? He is not Tevin Coleman or Christian McCaffrey. He's not a slot. He can catch the ball, check down out the backfield, cool, but he don't run no routes, out routes. Nobody's afraid of Zeke when he goes out to the slot like that. That puts no fear in their heart, so we can stop doing that. Maybe let Pollard do it, or just put in Tavon. I'd rather Tavon run an out route than Zeke. That's not his strength. So that's my first thing on my list. I get that out of the way. And I wish I'll be begging for Dak, please. When the game gets crucial and maybe the first 2 reads isn't there, what's usually there that he never really does, it seems like anymore, is just tuck the ball and run. He could have ran for the first down on 4th and 5. I know you watch film. Sure. Go back and look at it. Sure. It's the whole gap. Because old Barr went over there to follow Zeke. The whole middle of the field is open. Just tuck it and run like Daniel Jones did versus Tampa Bay. It's right up the middle. But that's one thing I wish he would do. So that's pretty much my offensive side. I know a lot of people talking about Witten and putting in Blake Jarwin, but I don't think Blake Jarwin can block. When I watch film, I don't think he's much of a blocker. So I don't know about that. But when I get on defensive side, hey man, your boy Awuzie, it's time to try something else. I think we should put him in safety and let him look at the ball, since when he's playing corner, he'll never turn around and look at the damn ball. Mm-hmm. So put him in safety and let him look at the ball, and maybe he don't got to worry about being out of position or where the ball coming at, because you can see it the whole time. He's always in position. So if he can see the ball in the air and he's in position, maybe we can get some interceptions. We should throw some packages with Jeff Heath. Where he takes place with Jeff Heath. He plays some safety. And it's a corner that I've been really waiting to see play for a while. I know you kind of follow, the whole everybody, even down to the practice game. But it's a dude named Duke Thomas. I just want to see what he got. I've been waiting for him to get in the game. I thought he was a cool player. I think he got hurt, right? So he couldn't play. But I think we should get a man there.
Appreciate it, big dog. Thanks for the call, bro. Hey man, I got 100 people. Appreciate it.
Yeah, do it thing, man. Yeah. I have to give up points on.
Appreciate you, man. I got some super chats real quick. Let me fix my audio again because Big Dog was screaming through his phone. I got some super chats real quick. Let me address those real fast before I move on, because y'all are fantastic. Groovy 3000. He says that line got whooped on both sides, and Zeke too. Hey man, I feel you on that. He dropped a deuce. I appreciate you. Joey Walker says YouTube giving away money for some reason. Hey man, send me the link. Because I need my regular YouTube situation to be straight. So send me that link, Joey. Alex says, why run the ball on a top 3 front 7 when you can't throw against a beat up secondary? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hey, totally agree, but we'll see what happens. And say again, Orange dropped 2. He said, hey, Voch said, what's up? What's up, my guy? All right. We're going to get back into it, though. Listen, we got 30 callers. I would love to get to everybody. So when I get to you, just be cognizant that we got 30 callers on the line here. Roster X called in twice. He got 2 numbers on the line. Let me see how this works. Time out. Roster X, hold on. Roster X, you calling from 2 phones?
Hey, I need to hear my voice on the airwaves, man. I'm fucking pissed. I'm pissed, bro.
So you calling from?
I'm leaving
phones?
the game right now, and all I heard was Vikings chants on my whole way to the car.
You heard?
So I'm like,
what you heard now?
I'm really
Vikings.
bitter.
Vikings chants.
I'm really bitter.
Yeah. Hey man,
this the emotional show, right, Voch?
Sure. Yes, this is the emotional show. Sure, but be emotional quickly.
Well, I got 30 people behind me, bro.
I know.
I'm pissed, man. Oh my goodness. But tell me, Tony Pollard didn't touch the ball one time.
He touched the ball one
time.
Did
he touch the ball one time?
He touched the ball once.
Oh my God!
At the end of the third quarter.
I've seen it live. However many times he didn't touch the ball, I've seen it live, man. Oh my God. Oh, I can't wait to watch film this week, man. This shit disgusting.
We'll be tuned in.
You know, I'm proud of my boys, but it's dirty. This is the emotional phone call, man. I'm gonna catch you later on this week. But the water.
Don't drink it. It ain't safe. Don't drink it.
Water.
Don't drink it.
The water, man. Hey, let's. Hey, we're gonna break it down together. Work on through the week. Can't wait till next Sunday, baby. Till it's game time again. And then I know New England coming up, so hey, it is what it is, baby. So let's go.
Oh yeah.
DC 4L. Ain't that hashtag DC 4L?
Oh yeah, man. We're gonna be Cowboys regardless, man. But hey, tune in next week. We'll cross this road whenever we get there.
Can I ask you something real quick?
Absolutely.
The Vander Esch and Sean Lee rotation. How you feel about that? Was I tripping or was it? I feel like the Cowboys we're really like trendy. We're trendy. We're like when you have Lee have a couple good games, they like all right. Well, let's lean Lee heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Let me watch the film let me watch the film and kind of figure
emotionally,
it out.
Emotionally, initially, how did you feel about it? Did you recognize it? Did you have some complaints or like was it?
If Vander Esch ain't healthy, I don't want him on the field. But there were some other times where I was watching and I was like, man, if Lee was a little more athletic, he probably would have made that play. Sean Lee wasn't perfect tonight. Vander Esch wasn't either, but nobody was. Like the whole defense took a collective L tonight. You know what I mean? So
a collective motherfucking L. God damn.
Yeah.
God. Ooh, a collective. You know what? You put it beautifully, man. Just like you usually do. So.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do, player. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm saying collective L. All right, everybody. Have a good evening.
Have a cool.
And we gone, man.
Be safe, brother. Don't let nothing bad happen. Man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My man says he was legitimately angry, man. He was legit. Let me see what Law Nation talking about, y'all. Hold on. Let me mute that. Let me see what Law Nation talking about. Let me see what's going on over there. Well, they running ads over here, so we're gonna tune in to Law Nation for like 20 seconds. See what Law Nation talking about. Let's see what Law Nation talking about. Cause Law's my guy. Let's see what he's doing.
For posting that comment there.
Huh?
When you look back at the tape, Cook and Alexander Madison, they wasn't running no rushing yards up the middle.
All right, fam. All right, Law. I'm about to go ahead and hang up on Law. All right. I'm about to hang up on Law. Let's see. Let's get back into the phones then. Let me turn my volume back up. I had it turned down, but let me turn the volume back up. Let's go. Actually, let me do this. Let me lock the phones because it's 30 people. We ain't gonna have people just keep calling in. D. Anthony, what's happening?
Oh man, what up, Voch? It's Lee Anthony.
Oh,
but no problem, man.
My bad, man. My bad. What's up, brother?
Look, the elephant in the room, it's been persistent for a long time, and that is our coaching staff, whether you want to call them puppets, whether you want to point out and say they're incompetent at times or whatnot, but they just not ready for the big times. Look at what we've done against good opponents with a quality roster this season. And how many times do we have to watch our coaching staff fail us when it comes time to in-game adjustments and maximizing our players' abilities? How much more do we have to see?
Okay, let me say this, because I did get an email, somebody asking me, Voch, why aren't we making adjustments? I want to stop y'all right there. I think this is a year where we have made the most adjustments. And I will say on both sides of the ball, I think offense absolutely adjusts. So, like, they went from, like, every game this year, offense goes from figuring things out to exploding, okay? So let's not say we're not adjusting there. Defense tonight, I also think the defense did a good job of adjusting. The problem is we didn't tackle well. You know what I mean? We didn't execute the physical side of things, but the adjustments were there. We just couldn't finish it. But I'm still listening to you. Go ahead.
I watched. I was disappointed tonight. I appreciate what Joe Thomas usually brings, from the linebacker spot, but I saw him make some business decisions at linebacker several times tonight, and I was like, oh, man, not you, Joe. Not you, Joe. It's just, it would be best for us to temper our expectations with this coaching staff. And I know we don't have to rely on hot takes and, just different types of media talking points to help shape our thinking. But when it does come up, yes, we do have a very solid roster with lots of good potential. But I just don't think that the ownership and the coaching staff is really about refining our players and actually coaching them. It seems like they rely on pointing the finger at not being talented enough or not executing enough.
Well, we didn't execute. On defense, we didn't execute. We didn't tackle well. Like, I know this team can tackle because I've seen this team tackle, but the execution comes from them not tackling. Now, that's not me taking all the responsibility from coaching, because there were some problems with coaching. I didn't like the play calling in the red zone at the end of the game. I didn't like running the ball with Zeke at all. Like, if we was beating them through the air, then, like, let's beat them through the air. So that's my big problem with coaching there, or telling Tavon to fair catch, like let me hear from them there. But in terms of defense, that's execution. We couldn't tackle them people. We just absolutely could not tackle. Now, in terms of pass rush, in terms of like that kind of stuff, like, I think your D line did okay rushing the passer. Like, we was pressuring Kirk, we was hitting Kirk. We got a sack, I believe, but we just didn't tackle Davin and Alexander. We just didn't tackle those dudes, and that comes down to execution. So that's my thoughts on that.
One major thing that is handicapping this team is, whether you're watching it real time or whether you're taking the time to break down the film and critique it like you do very well.
Appreciate it.
Jason, no problem, fam. Jason Witten and his number of snaps is handicapping us from being effective behind the linebackers and in between the safety. This has been going on for years. Now, I wouldn't be pissed as a fan if you try to work that area with Cobb sometimes, or maybe a receiver in the slot, but we got small, diminutive receivers, so that ain't really going to go well. Blake Jarwin is athletic enough and has good enough hands to help us work that area, but because our stubborn coaching staff won't do it, it makes us have to play on the boundary too much, and it softens us. Minnesota didn't have no problem working the middle of the field because they ran the ball. Even though we hustled and we tough, they ran the ball. When we're not running the ball, it allows those, when we're not playing Jarwin or running the ball effectively. It allows those linebackers to fire downhill a whole lot, and it makes our offense stagnant. So, hopefully they'll get it fixed, but, like we've been watching this movie for a very long time, and I just don't think this coaching staff has the foresight or really even cares about really getting it together. I just don't believe so.
All right, fam. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and say the coach staff don't care necessarily. That's a bit extreme. But just like you, I would like to see see things get a little better. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call.
No doubt, fam.
Yeah. I want to take a look at super chats, and then I got a PayPal bling. So let's see what y'all got to say, man. Let's check in with y'all because y'all get all kinds of priority around here. Y'all get all kinds of priority. Let's see. Gregory Westmoreland. He dropped a dime in the super chat. Appreciate you, fam. He says, Cook can't get outside zone. Cook can't get outside zone. They run screens and tosses to get him going. We can't get Zeke going inside. We run back inside. Yeah, I feel you, Greg. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Greg. I totally agree. 100%, brother. You ain't saying nothing wrong yet, man. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. I feel you, brother. Hey, man, appreciate you, dog. And Big Dog dropped a 5 in the super chat. I feel like he had a message along with him. Let me scroll back up. Yeah, he did. He said, Dallas got a win in spite of the coaching mishaps. We're always having learning experience type of losses, especially versus good teams. Appreciate you, Voch. Do your thing. Hey, man, I think there's also a thing, like the league is different. Like the not different, but the league is similar in the way that like all these teams are good, man. You just lost to another team. You just lost to another team that's good. You lost to another team that's good. The Saints lost to the damn Falcons today, man. It happens. It happens, man. The Rams lost to the Steelers. It happens. And I know y'all want to push people off a bridge, push Jason Garrett off a bridge to go get Sean Payton when he lost to the Falcons. Or you want to push Jason off a bridge for Sean McVay when they lost to the Pittsburgh. I know you want to do these things, man, but you might make the playoffs before Sean McVay do. So, hey, man, the best part about this thing, man, is that it changes every week, man. This thing's going to change every week, and we look terrible this week. But, hey, we flip that switch, and we may be right back at it next week, man. So, we'll cross that road. We'll see. I got a PayPal, the hotline bling, and I got a PayPal. I got 5 from Marquise Hardison. What's up, man? He says, I'll be on my hashtag F Garrett tour since last year. He's been really consistent with the F Garrett thing. I feel you on that. Oh God, I got zero faith in him. Cuss word. Derogatory term. I'm glad he's the only lame duck coach in the NFL this season. Marquise was mad. Marquise was pretty angry. Hey, I feel you, Marquise. I appreciate you playing, but damn, Carl Lewis. Why you gotta do him like that though? I share your anger though. I feel you. I share your anger. I'm not angry, but I feel your anger. Like my anxiety would be your anger, I guess, or my disappointment would be your anger, I guess. So I feel you on that, brother. Appreciate you though, man. Thanks for the PayPal. He says, let me get this thing. Okay, cool. Let's get back to the phones then. Okay, well, let me unhide. Okay, cool. That's what Marquis says in the chat box. That's what he said. That's what Marquis said. He's in the chat box. Marquis is angry at Jason Garrett. We're going to let him fly, though. Let's get back into the phones and hear what y'all talking about. Let me cut the volume up. And who else up in here? Where my platinum guys at? Who's in here platinum? That's crazy, man. Because I don't want to talk to T-Dub when it feel bad up in here. I want to talk to T-Dub on good days. T-Dub don't call on good days. He want to call when the house on fire. I don't get it. What's good, T-Dub?
Man, I finally get a chance to call after a game, and wouldn't you know?
It's on fire. The house burning down.
Tell everybody. I take full responsibility. It's my fault. I knew I'd have time to call Voch afterwards. I got happy. And would you know?
Oh, boy.
It's my fault.
Did you jinx us, T-Dub? Is that what you're saying? Did you jinx us?
I don't want to say jinx, but it's a good chance of I was rolling dice and my hand got cold.
I understand, and you kept rolling. You kept rolling.
I decided to just go one more roll.
Crapped out, boy. Golly,
man.
So faulty. T-Dub, I'm not gonna lie, man. I had my quotes ready. I had my war call pulled up. I was about to put ice in my cup. I probably jinxed us too, man. I got ahead of myself. Cause look though, that's just how good I feel about Dak Prescott, man. That's how good I felt about Dak Prescott. But
if you look at Dak and don't show him the proper respect for the game he played tonight, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong in your family, because that man played a game tonight. And I know how it turned out, but I tell you what, especially after the beginning it started, but from the second quarter on, you better show that man the proper respect.
And it sucks that all the responsibility goes straight to quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's his team. But I can't wait to do film sessions on Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper this week, man. Both those guys need to get paid tomorrow. Yesterday.
Man.
They need to get paid yesterday.
You know how Kenton called and got Maher's shoes after he kicked that 63?
Yeah.
They need to call for this game and get Cooper's shoes for those 2 toe touches.
3 toe. Look, T-Dub, listen, man. I was looking around the crib finding lines to line my feet up to catch the football and fall on stuff. Like, I wanted to be like Coop today. I hit the ground. Look, I'm not lying. I swear to God, I hit the ground 3 times a day. 3 times a day. T-Dub. Any little line, I'll find a rug or something that got a line on it, and I line my feet up on that rug, and I catch my phone and fall on the floor. I promise I did it. I want to be like Coop. I promise T-Dub.
Man, I mean, it was magnificent, and to know that he was playing hurt was just added impressiveness. Yeah. The main reason I call is, especially listening to the rest of the callers, my only comment is, to be honest with you, I honestly believe Jason Garrett was coaching against ghosts. I think he remembered those couple of losing games of where they lost in the final seconds of a game.
Sure.
So he was doing everything. He was basically the plays that were being called were basically already thinking they were scoring a touchdown. I mean, he already had tallied the touchdown in his head. He was thinking, I need to run down this clock so far that there's no chance that they can come back and kick a field goal. I think he already had it in his mind that those 7 points are already on the board. I got to think ahead. And that's where I think he coached himself in a hole. With those runs, that first run with Zeke was understandable. As soon as that second run happened, that's when the panic set in. And he looked up, and it was 4th down, and you still don't have points on the board yet. That's when I think the panic set in. And, of course, who's going to get the blame? Dak. They're going to put it on, Dak couldn't close it. Now, this man then closed out, 14, 15 games by himself, and this one time, he gonna get the blame for it.
I tell you what, man, two guys, man, I just feel so fantastic. Even in this loss, man, I feel great about Dak. I feel great about Amari Cooper. I feel great about Raiders fans that just let us have them. You know what I'm saying? It just, I just can't express enough how, how much different things are. You know what I mean? Just how yeah. Foots the King had a fantastic tweet, man. And trust me, me and Foots was arguing, but we didn't even have a conversation. I was just reading his tweets and going, ugh, sometimes. But Foots was like, man, I love Dez Bryant. No disrespect to him, but Cooper is different. And that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
I said earlier this year, man, he might be the best route runner in the league. I think he's top 5 all around. But, we'll have to cross that road whenever we get there. But what else you got, T-Dub? Go ahead.
Man, I'm going to let you go, but my last comment is for everybody out there who's feeling all depressed. I get that. Keep your head up. We still 5-4, punching people in the face still. So, we can't let another loss bring us down into 2 and 3 losses in a row. Sure. We got to shake this off and get back to it. And if you got a chance, pour a little out for Randall Cobb, because Randall Cobb finally showed his ass, and he actually got a touchdown he deserved, and he got to keep it. So, I know we didn't win again. We can feel bad. Shake it off until next week. Yeah. But at least try to give props to the people who deserve it. There's some people who played bad games. There's some people who played average games. But we had some superstars playing last night as well. And, at least give them some dap. While you running down the rest of your team, take a moment and give dap to the people who deserved it in the game. And I think finally, he's had like 2 or 3 bad games, admittedly, but finally Randall Cobb showed his ass.
Hey man, we'll see what happens.
In my opinion.
No, you're absolutely right. He got 100 yards and got a couple catches. Tomorrow we'll take a look at the numbers and all that once we've calmed down. But hey man, Cobb had a hell of a game, and sometimes Cobb won't have a great game, but that'll just mean Gallup will have a great game. Sometimes Jarwin will have a great game. That's just how this offense goes. But thanks for the call, T-Dub.
Hey man, I appreciate it, Mr. Voch. Keep your head up.
Yes, sir. I just want to let no huddle, no mercy know before I get them up out of here. I just want to let them know we lost to the Vikings, but we'll beat the shit out the Raiders, though, my guy. Like, I just want to let you know that, and I know you kind of want attention. I'll give you a little bit. We'll beat the shit out the Raiders, my guy. So come on, player. Don't hurt yourself now. You know what I mean? Don't fool yourself. I know you're having fun right now, my guy, because you are a fan of mine. Because you're a fan of mine, and you've tuned into this show. How long have I been doing the show? Let me see this. How long have I been doing this? About an hour 40, and you ain't missed a minute of this show. So I know you a fan, and you tuned in because you love the content, and you might be a low key Cowboy fan, but my guy, don't fool yourself. We'll beat the shit out the Raiders. Come on. Hey, y'all remember that time? Remember that time we was playing the Raiders at Gene's territory? Took that notebook paper and slid it between. Or that time when Derek Carr dived and tried to slam dunk the ball on. Let me leave Raiders fans alone, man. That's all that matters. That's all that matters, man, is that they can't kick our ass. The Vikings won tonight. I give the Vikings that. If there's any Vikings fans in the chat box, salute to y'all, Vikings fans. Salute to y'all because y'all won. We'll beat the shit out of the Raiders, though. Come on. Let's keep going. Let's get some more calls in. Cam, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boss?
What's good, brother? What you got for the show?
Hey, man. So we can rehash this 2-run plays over and over again, but 2 cents, we'll move on. I'm okay. You run it on 2nd down. Okay, yeah, sure. You were on 3rd down. Okay, maybe you're trying to catch him off guard. Maybe you expect him to throw. Fine. But on 4th down, roll out Dak.
Mm-hmm.
Do something better than what you called. Roll Dak out. Put him in a position where if it ain't there, he can use his legs. Because how many times did he use his legs tonight?
He didn't. But I think he was efficient with his arm. I didn't think he had to use his legs.
Oh, yeah. Right. He gangster tonight.
Yeah.
Coop, Cobb, absolutely. Right? Didn't necessarily have to. But if you're going to go for it in 4th and 5 in a situation where give your man options, it's set him up for success and give him options.
Sure.
Right? That's all it takes. The offense lit it up. Dak lit it up. Zeke, Zeke is interesting because I find that when you get him in space early, when you do some zone runs, and that's when he starts to pick a pace. So I was waiting for an actual, maybe a screen call, bubble screen, or maybe just a short dump, some kind of zone throw, something like that, just something to get him in space for him to get going. And we didn't see that tonight.
My problem is, in order for Zeke to get going, we would have to run it with him. We would have to shoot that shot with him. And if we running it, that means we ain't throwing it. And man, Dak was really good throwing the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's the only. We just ran out of time doing that.
Yeah. No, at a certain point, I mean, they went up 14. Dak started throwing the ball, and Dak did a fantastic job doing that, right? But I don't know. I just want to see Zeke actually get in this game. And yeah, credit to the Vikings defense. They played well against the run, and if we use him as Hunter Grant, as a couple of guys pointed out, use him as a decoy or put out Tony P out there, that's fantastic. We're not seeing that right now. We want to see that. Hopefully that comes up, but not seeing that right now. As far as the defense goes, as far as all I saw, the biggest issue I saw outside of the tackling, which we've been hashed over again, gap assignment, man. Gap assignment, gap assignment, gap assignment, gap assignment. We were getting there to some extent, and then you blow the tackles, and then other times you see us just not actually close the gap, and then boom, Dalvin Cook blows through the hole. We're not there, and then he's got 7 yards down the line, and it's disappointing. It's disappointing the defense because I had such high hopes. And look, it's one game, and you got to take these things. It's one play at a time. It's one down at a time. It's one decision at a time. This is not, like you say, you don't just go look at this and go, oh, fire Jason Garrett or fire this. No, stop the noise. You got to go look at the film and go, okay, what was the situation right here? And what was set up for them not to hit their assignments? Or what did they not read? And I almost think like it was set up in a way that Chris Richard was almost looking for something different than what they were expecting. And that's why they were just slightly off. But that's just my 2 cents. But man, I know you got a bunch of callers.
Tell you what, man.
I'll let you get back at it.
Appreciate it, Cam. Tell you what, good thing this ain't the BCS. Good thing this ain't that where we got to go undefeated and make the playoffs or just one loss.
Facts.
We'll still make our run. And hey, man, once we get in the tournament, hey, everybody 0-0 at that point. They just got to win 4 games. So we'll cross that road whenever we get there. We'll cross that road when we get there. Let's go. I'm about to play a clock game in a minute because we still got 22 calls. The phones is locked. Can't nobody else call in because we still got a gang of calls to get to. But we're gonna get to them though. Ed from Atlanta, what's up?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Everything, player. What you got for the show?
Not much, man. Just wanted to welcome you to the. I'm a Falcons fan, so just gotta welcome you to the We Got Our Ass Whooped by Dalvin Cook Club. And shit happens.
Dalvin's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, he made Deion Jones it's not just Van Der Esch. Y'all know Deion Jones is a pretty solid linebacker. He did that shit to us too, man.
Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. I really ain't got a good Falcons angle for you today, but I appreciate it. I appreciate you for calling.
Yeah, man, but
go ahead.
I'm a fan of football first, my man.
There you go. I like that. There you go. Keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah, but a couple things I saw from this game because I've been watching the Cowboys and the Vikings too because I like both styles. I think you guys have a problem in the A-gap because whenever they run outside zone, you cannot like you said in the beginning of the call, you cannot let Dalvin Cook run at you to where he can choose to cut outside or he can choose to cut inside on Van Der Esch. You don't want that for any linebacker. And I think if you guys can force him to the sidelines and Jalen and Van Der Esch can chase him, I feel like that's cool. But, yeah, I think you guys had the issue A-gap. And also, I wasn't too mad at the play calling at the end because if you remember, after he caught the pass, you guys had 1 yard to get. What I do have a problem with is I would say you guys ignored personnel whenever you guys got down there. because you guys ran a sweep at Everson Griffith, and then your left guard, whenever you could run at Danielle Hunter with Lael Collins and Zach Martin versus whoever they had at defensive tackle. And I don't like Zeke running outside. I'd rather him go north and south. If you guys ran 2 dives, you probably would have got it if you just run behind Zach Martin.
I want to throw the ball behind the oxygen in the air and the atmosphere. That's what I want to do. But I do feel you on that. You're absolutely right. Like those 2 run plays, 2 things I didn't like about them. I didn't like how rushed they were. It seemed like they ran them a bit hastily. And you're right. We ran them both outside to the left. Now I would have to watch the film to really get a whole like a whole idea of like I'm not gonna just hop out on the ledge without my research. But I would rather us throw the damn ball. I ain't got a better way to say it.
What hurt you guys on the second run was you guys actually lost about 2 or 3 yards there.
Sure.
That kind of killed you. And also on the passes, again, I feel like the offensive coordinator ignored personnel. Eric Kendricks has been on fire this year in coverage. Zeke, like one of the other callers said, I mean, yes, he can catch passes, but he's not, Todd Gurley, Tevin Coleman, like the other caller said. You don't want to go at Eric Kendricks. You would rather go anywhere else on that Vikings defense. And Cobb was open, like the other caller said as well. It was a good play call, just the wrong read. I'm sure Zeke was the primary read, but it should have been Cobb in the slot because Cobb had it. You guys had the first down there.
Sure, I agree. In my chat box, Rue Glock says the game is not lost on 2 plays. I totally agree. I think the defense got their ass whooped, but those are the 2 plays that really stand out that I feel like could be different. Ed from Atlanta, this was refreshing because you don't have a horse in the race, so to speak. So I appreciate your point of view and your perspective and opinion. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling.
Yep.
Yeah. Ignore the personnel. That's interesting. I'm gonna look into that when I'm when I'm gathering my thoughts and looking on the films and all that. Ignoring the personnel. That's all right. We're gonna get to these platinums and then we're gonna play clock game with the rest of yous. Josh, what's up? Josh? Josh sleep. Josh went to bed. We're gonna get Josh up out of here. We're gonna keep it moving. The phone's locked too. We got Mark. What's up, Mark? Mark? Hello. All right, Mark sleep too. You gonna get Mark the hell up out of here. All right, Mark. Appreciate it. We got DP.
Well, I think you was hurting my feelings there, Voch.
See, DP, you way down the list. You know what I'm saying? Like you must, like listen, man. Listen, when we win, we may get like 5 platinum callers and like 6 non-platinums. But boy, when we lose, I get 1,000 views.
Oh, you ain't lying. You're like, mine ain't gonna be too long at all. I know you got your calls. I know you're probably gonna go through them real quick. I know everybody want to get their voices heard.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a couple things. One, in the beginning, I mean, me and you both said, I think when they first drafted Van Der Esch, I said, really, you drafted, a oversized, weak side linebacker. He's not the dude that'll come up and blast. He's not the dude. He has a bad neck. So what we're seeing right now is normally just, a little bit of regression from a rookie year. Not a big deal. I think he will recover. But the same thing I've been saying when we had Sean Lee. And I think I told this, me and you've been talking about this for a minute, but I told you this before we even draft time up until preseason. We do not have the D tackles to protect these linebackers to continue to run free. We don't. We simply don't. I mean, and the thing about it is, everybody was saying, and I agreed with all the commentators all week long. This is a 2 mirror image. These 2 teams are mirror images of each other, just built differently. Mike Zimmer, he understands. Listen, my front 7 is going to be solid. He's got 3 linebackers that also can run, got good size, can tackle well in space. But across his line of scrimmage, he's got 2 ends. We got 2 really good ends. We got actually 3 really good ends with with Bennett.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is their interior tackles are no joke. Man, every time I watch Zeke try to put his head down between Fredericks, between Martin, between Connor, man, those tackles was lifting, driving their arms, disengaging, getting the running back. And anytime they even didn't get a chance to disengage, the linebackers were scot-free, uncovered, came down, made a tackle. Reverse side, when we were doing it, if you watch the tape, man, listen, the linebackers was navigating linemen, trash. It was just a mess. And I'm like, man, they have not learned a lesson. In 4 to 5 years, you have not learned your lesson. I love Woods. I think Antoine Woods is a good rotational player. He made a couple of plays, but when it came down to it, let's just face it, Dalvin Cook still ran for over 100.
Sure.
Elliott, he ran for like 40, 45 yards,
12 yards or some crazy shit like that. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. I said, and what happened? They didn't even have I was on my own chat with my own Cowboy listeners. I said, do you understand that the Vikings didn't have their Pro Bowl nose tackle, Lindell Joseph, who was bigger and stronger than the ones they had out there? Like, that's how deep their D tackles go. Their front seven. Their weakest point really is honestly, their pass game right now. That's what Kansas City did to them last week. Kansas City absolutely shredded them in the pass. Kept on passing, absolutely shredded them. But when it came down to running, oh, no. You're not getting any room nowhere close to that front seven. Cheeto, I kind of have to agree with one of your callers on that. Cheeto, I honestly think he might need to start taking a look at possibly playing free safety. He's just not. You're not getting that warm and fuzzy feeling with him being on the island out there. I'm just not. Every time I could see Byron might give him a couple of catches, but for the most part, Byron always eventually locks down, and then the quarterback says, you know what, I'm not playing with Byron. I'm not going over there no more.
Sure.
But Cheeto, whole 2 years straight.
They try his. They take turns trying Cheeto with everybody on their team. Everybody took turns Cheeto.
And I'm like, Cheeto, dude, you gotta stop somebody. I know you. I mean, I felt honestly. I guess that picture at the end when he was climbing all over Rudolph to not knock the ball from him, looked like a little kid with a grown man playing football. He had a football high up in the. I'm like, damn, Cheeto. I just feel for him. Like, you know what? That's why I think, draft-wise, cornerback is going to be a position we're going to look for. Man, it hurt my feeling a little bit today watching the Steelers play and watching Minkah Fitzpatrick just been making plays these last 3-4 weeks. No knock on Xavier, but let's just face it, Minkah's been making plays these last 4 weeks. Hell, people say he might be the defensive player of the year, and we could have had him. And what did the Steelers give up? A third and a fifth?
They gave up a first-round pick for him.
They gave a first-round pick for him?
Yeah.
Okay, I had to check on that because I didn't know if they gave a first round or not. I was like, man, if we'd have had that kid at free safety just back, and no knock on Woods, but it's just something about that kid.
Sure. Always
being in the right position, always being over top, always being where the ball is, so he can make a play. Man, we like something like that right now in our secondary. It's just like we always Woods is always just a little bit late, just a little bit, not much. It's always a little bit late. And I'm like, man, you really need to go over there and help Cheeto. But I'm gonna leave that alone. But not to just let you know about one of your callers said, that 4th down and 5, Dak could have ran it. No, when they made the replay, I looked specifically for that. Mm-hmm. They had a spy. They did have a spy on him. So I forgot which line. I think it was Barr, but they did have a spy. Kendricks went out on him, but Barr waited. He didn't rush. He waited to see if Dak would run. So I don't think the draw would have worked if it was a real draw, like a real, like the Frederick's going out and getting Barr. I don't think it would have worked because he was spying him. Just the play calling to me was playing safe. I know you're going to wait for the press conference for it, but truly, dude, they called for Zeke to get that ball. They were trying, and they were trying all game to get a Zeke involved some way into the game. And I think that was his first read. I won't say his only read, but I think they really emphasized, hey, let's get Zeke out in the flat. Let's see if Zeke can make something happen and turn it up or something. And I think Dak is one of those, he's just going to do it. He's not going to shy away from it. So I think that was his call. I think his audibles today, we all heard his audibles. We know when Dak is audibles. Yeah. And his audibles were on point tonight. He was on fire. I agree with you guys all totally. Dak was absolutely on fire. But defensively, all year, I've been saying the same thing from week 1 till now, and I'll say it until the end of the year. We have a bad problem stopping the run. A really bad problem. I know Law tried to say something to me last year. He goes, "Oh, well, this is a passing league." Brother, real coaches don't listen to that mess. If you honestly think that Bill Belichick, who I consider the realest coach out there, is going to say, "Oh, well, I have Tom Brady. I'm going to every game I'm throwing 40 times." No.
I say
he's going to look at what you do bad, and he's going to beat it out of you.
I say this every single week, man. Twitter people need to prioritize who they listen to. There's these people that only look at analytics that'll tell you running backs don't matter, that D linemen don't matter. Then there are going to be the head coaches that always try to run the ball and always try to get D linemen. So just prioritize who you listening to, man.
Yeah, man. I listen to, but me playing and knowing the game and literally having the opportunity to listen to guys like Bill Belichick early, way 20 years ago in my career, growing up and listening to Bill Parcells. It's straight meat and potatoes. I'm gonna run the ball and I'm gonna stop the run. Everything else I'm gonna work on, but they're gonna stop the run and they're gonna run the football well. We run the football great when we have a chance. Honestly, but this year, we just have a real problem stopping the run. And I'm gonna let you go, but to me, we're gonna win next week. I'm gonna tell you honestly, we're gonna win next week. We're gonna be feeling good. You're gonna be sipping your water. Especially when I hear a dude like Stafford got a bad back, like a broken bone in his back. Yeah. And we got a fresh Jeff Driscoll, who basically couldn't even throw at Florida. Forgot where he ended up transferring to. I wouldn't worry too much about. I wouldn't worry too much about next week. I'm waiting for the Patriots, and I'm gonna tell everybody, that's where you're gonna see a true coach literally dissect what our coach does poorly.
DP, we gonna beat the shit out the Patriots, man. Come on, man. What's wrong with you, man? Hey, man, thanks for the call, though, brother.
You got it, man.
Oh man, see you next week, man. Look, that's just my energy, man. We gonna beat the hell out of the. Listen, I know we lost to the Vikings, man. My bad. I know we lost to the Vikings, but the Patriots ain't got Dalvin Cook. We gonna beat the shit out of the Patriots. We're gonna play a clock game with all y'all after we get a hand. We're gonna get one more platinum call, then we're gonna play a clock game with y'all. 60 seconds, just like that. Josh, what's up?
I thought you just called me and it was on mute or something. I was like, man, I'm trying to say something, but ain't nobody saying it.
Nah, man. I'm going down my callers, and it's 18 of y'all, and it's 2 more platinum people. It's you and Jay. So I'm gonna go to y'all, and after that, I'm gonna clock game the hell out of these people I ain't never heard of before, and we're gonna see if they gonna turn platinum or not. But Josh, quickly, what's happening, brother? What you got for the show?
Man, say, man, this water tastes like the creek water.
Don't even drink that water. It'll make you sick. What are you doing?
Swamp water.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's swamp water today.
You got to boil it first. You can't make ramen with that water. Come on. But go ahead.
You're right. But hey, man, first things, I ain't gonna hate on Garrett too much, man. But let's start with this. Garrett, he makes comments like it was a good game between 2 good teams. You the head coach. You can't think like that. You are a part of the team. You can't be looking at it like this, like we saying. You know, you got to be offended, like you want to dominate that team. I don't see that with him. And then I heard another dude. He was like, you don't really look at the player personnel. He was right. The linebacker, good at coverage. Why we gonna pass that ball to him right there? Talking about Zeke on that last play.
Sure. Kendricks, Eric Kendricks from UCLA.
Kendricks, yeah. Yep. You know, why we gonna pass that ball to him right there? I don't. It's too much of a trend with Garrett, man. Like we see this all the time with him. We always lose these kind of close games, and I don't want to just harp on him like that because it's really not just him, but your team takes on the personality of the head coach. We see it all the time. And we lose these close games. Go back almost 10 years when we had Romo against Peyton Manning when they had Denver. They dropped that shootout. we do everything we could, and we lose at the end somehow. You just kind of feel like you're going to lose somehow at the end. And these losses that we experienced in this year is playoff kind of atmosphere losses. And getting those players like, dang, we did everything we could possibly do. How many catches did Cobb and Coop have in this game that look like they should have been game winners themselves?
Sure.
And that's the sad part. We lay it all out there, but then we come up at the end of the day like, I don't know how we lost this game. Maybe it was two plays. You're right, it wasn't just two plays that's going to end the game. But defense, I've been saying it all last year, we needed Earl Thomas to shore up the secondary. If not Earl Thomas, we needed somebody to plug up that hole, that A-gap. They running straight through us. We saw that with the Rams.
I understand, man. But what you want us to do? We gonna take this on the chin, and the best thing about the league is that it's different every week. Every week is different, man. So we lost this one, but we may come out and win the next 3. And look, long as we in the tournament, everything else don't matter. Everybody go back to 0-0 once we get into the tournament. That's all we need to worry about. Winning the division and getting in the tournament. But appreciate you, man.
Man, I tell you what, on a positive note,
go ahead.
That film study, man, hey, he came through in the clutch. He was great today, man. That was the best game I've ever seen him play.
Film gonna be fun, man. Film is gonna be fun. We're gonna look at Dak. We're gonna look at Coop. We're not gonna look at defense, but
check their footwork out.
Yeah,
he was throwing some passes. He was both his feet was off the ground at the time he throwing Pat. Man, footwork was amazing. Connor Williams, he was all right. He was pretty good, but that last play was Zeke.
The film will tell, man.
See that?
I saw.
Man.
The film will tell. Hey, man. Yeah. Call me next week, though, Josh. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, man.
Yep. And we're going to get Jay up in here. Then we're going to play a mean 60-second clock game, and we're going to run that for the cardio. Jay.
Hey, what's happening with you?
What's good, Jay? What you got for the show?
Chilling, man. I was just checking the things out, man. And I wanted to point a few things out that I noticed or whatever, man. The guy Connor Williams, man, he's all right, man, but he the weakness on the offensive line. I see other teams really exploiting that. I see a lot of pressure up the middle on Dak, and then we can't run the ball like the way we're supposed to if somebody always in the backfield. You see Zeke getting stopped in the backfield. It's like it's not his fault that you got to beat 2 or 3 people before you even get back to the line of scrimmage. I see Chidobe and Woozier getting burnt too much. I think we need to switch things up with him. I hope we're not looking at another 8-8 season though, because that's it's looking like that's what it's going towards.
Nah, fam,
and I really feel like we can't take no more losses. We already lost 4 games to certain teams that we may have to fight for wild card spots with.
Fam, we literally about to beat the shit out of everybody that we play, man. Don't worry about that. Hang tight, man. Don't lose no sleep over. We gonna smoke these people, man. Hang tight. Don't worry about it. What else you got?
Now, I see Amari and Randall Cobb doing their thing, but it seems like if them two are not getting no big yards and big plays, nobody else really does anything.
Well, I just think that this offense is built like that. It's built to get the ball around, Like, I think Coop is going to be a mainstay regardless, because I think he's got a touchdown in every game. I could be wrong, except the Jets game. Of course, he got hurt that game. But I think everybody else kind of rotates how they, like 1 week Tavon have a touchdown, 1 week Gallup have 100 yards, 1 week Cobb have 100 yards. When we play the Giants, because that's when Blake Jarwin goes off. When we play the Giants last week, Witten got 9 catches. You know what I mean? I think we just kind of move this thing around like that. I don't think it's necessarily set on one guy besides Coop.
Now look, okay. Now coaching does play a factor, man. Now this is the one thing that I don't like about Garrett. Garrett is he's decent though. He's not bottom of the barrel or nothing like that. But I noticed that he doesn't call any timeouts for our defense when other teams are driving on us. It's like they just let them, just keep doing what they doing.
until they score or get a field goal. It's time to start using timeouts for our defense, because as a defense, you can't stop the clock.
I don't think we call timeouts on defense very much because we rotate guys.
See, on offense, you could throw the ball away. You can throw the ball to the sideline and stop the clock and run the play clock down and get rest. But on defense, it's like they don't give our defense a chance to catch their breath when they on their heels. What you think about that?
I tell you what, one thing I saw a lot and it really made me smile when D-Law get hurt, like when he got tired, like Joe Jackson didn't run out there. You know what I'm saying? When D-Law got tired, Michael Bennett went out there at left end. And Quinn was at the right defensive end. You know what I'm saying? Dorrance Armstrong made a few plays, but he wasn't out there very long because we had a solid rotation of D ends or whatever. So, I mean, if you want to call a touchdown on defense to kind of regroup and slow down the offense momentum, I mean, I'm kind of with that, sure. But I think we catch our breath with our,
the good teams do.
Our rotation.
The good teams, they help their defense. You got to help the defense sometimes because look, if we could have stopped them from scoring one more touchdown, we would have won.
I don't think I saw their punter all night though, fam.
That's why we need to start stopping. We need to start calling timeouts on defense.
How about we just tackle people?
Give our guys a break because you know what? When people get tired, they give up plays, big plays.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. But Jay, I'm about to get this clock game rolling, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call.
Oh, okay, for sure, man. You have a good night, man.
Yeah. I see Trip in the chat box there. My man's Trip. I actually recognize you and all that. Trip say being on hold for 2 hours kind of sucks. Well, Trip, why don't I have your number saved as platinum, Trip? Like, I know who you are. I know your profile pic. I know your name, Trip, but where you at? I don't see your number, Trip. Why you like $100,000 got through? DP and T-Dub from Wichita. Aisha about to call in and get on my nerve. Oh, let me unlock this thing.
The conference has been unlocked.
All right, Aisha, call in. The thing's unlocked. I'm gonna let you in, and then we gonna play clock game or whatever. Call now for your free psychic reading. But I'm like, man, but hey, like, if your number was saved platinum, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go straight to you like the other platinum people, Trip. So what are you doing? Trip said I'm listening on the phone. You 512. All right, cool. There you go, Trip. So I'm gonna save you right now, platinum Trip. I'm gonna save you. TRYP. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play this thing called clock game. In case y'all don't know how clock game operates, I want to get to your calls, but y'all ain't platinum, so it's the end of the show, and I haven't gotten a chance to get to you. But I do want to hear what the hell you got to say. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our timer on the clock.
The conference has been locked.
It's locked up now. We're gonna put our timer on the clock, and I think 65 seconds. Let's go 63 because that was my jersey number when I was playing ball. We're gonna go 63. We're gonna cut all this up. We're gonna turn all our volumes up. We're gonna go 63 seconds. You got 63 seconds to get your point across. And if it's a good call, I'll make you platinum. So I'm going to open up the line. I'm gonna do my little intro. How you doing? What's good? Talk to tell me about your life a little bit, right? But when I say what you got for the show, that is when you start talking. All right? 63 seconds, y'all, because that was my jersey number. We're going to run down this thing. We're going to hear what all y'all got to say. We got 318-607. What's up? Who this?
It's Justin.
What up, Justin? Hey, man, what you got for the show, Justin? Talk me off a ledge, man.
Basically, I want to talk about, man, my biggest thing is Cheeto, man. Like, I've been watching, like, I'm one of the fans that I'm a draft guy, too, and I watched Cheeto, man, and we took him in the second round. It's like, I just haven't seen nothing from him. It's like the play when, I forgot, I think it was Diggs caught the ball and we thought it hit the ground. Dude jumping in the air and the ball is, behind him. It's like he don't show any ball skills, any awareness. And I know Rashard teaches, and now I just feel like the scheme we play, I thought we played press, but we don't get any contact with the receivers coming off the line, and we give up too many free releases. And I feel like that just like doesn't disturb the timing of the plays for the offense and stuff like that. And yeah, Dak was balling. I'm from the booth, so shout out to Dak. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of him from progressing, but that's all I gotta say, man. We gotta get rid of Cheeto. People talking about putting him at free safety. No, he ain't got no ball skills, so why put him at free? It's gonna be even worse. Like, just need to go another direction with that. You need to tell me how to get platinum too, man. I'm trying to get platinum too.
Hey man, that was a pretty good call, man. I just made you platinum. That's your time. You from Louisiana? You happen to be a fan of LSU?
Yeah, I'm an LSU fan. I'm an Oregon fan too. But back when Chip Kelly days be, I do support my Tigers, man. Go Tigers, baby.
Go Tigers! All right, man. Got the phone, man. You are platinum. So next time you call in, you go to the top with everybody else. Just appreciate it. That was a good call, man.
That's a bad appreciate you.
Justin made a fantastic point. Just say, why the hell we gonna put Cheeto at free safety when he ain't got ball skills at corner? What, are gonna take those non-ball skills and go to free safety? Oh, come on, man. That make a little sense. Trip, you say you've been waiting for 2 hours, fam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But it's all good.
Why the hell you ain't saved in my system then, Trip?
I don't know. You said it last time you was. No, I think so. You know.
My bad, Trip.
Probably saved me as another name. I don't know.
You got 5 phones.
I do be changing phone numbers though. So,
well, shit, Trip. That's what it is. Then you trying to blame this on me? Anyway, clock game, sir. What you got for the show, Trip?
We overpaid Zeke. He's a bona fide fullback now. Third, the new trend for each team coming in is third and Cheeto. 3, LVE is what you said he was before the draft. He's reverted back to a white boy. Anything else?
Damn. Are you saying Leighton Vander Esch ain't shit? What are you saying? Zeke is a fullback.
I'm saying Zeke is now a bona fide fullback. We overpaid for a fullback. His speed, his agility, everything to me is a fullback. We also have third and Cheeto, which will be going into the rest of the season. She'll be third and Cheeto from here on out. It don't care if it's third and 24, third and 6. Cheeto.
Third and Cheeto.
He's going to get a pass interference. He ain't going to play the ball. He's going to do something. He's giving them yards up. And then 3, LVE has reverted back to a white boy.
boy, you got to be platinum after this. You got to be platinum after this, boy.
You know what I'm saying? LVE is looking slow. He looking hurt. He looking like, why these black guys are fast, man? They wasn't as fast last year.
My
Because remember, LVE did not hold the boy from New Orleans last year. It was Jordan Lewis.
I'm gonna go ahead and hang up on you, but
that's damn,
but that's a good call. Hey, Trip, you are platinum now. That was a good call. I'm gonna get you up out of here. You say, damn, we overpaid for Zeke, who's a fullback. You say Vander Esch a white boy. Now I didn't know he wasn't. He looked like Ivan Drago to me. And what else he say? He said third and Cheeto. He said on these third downs, we just pick on them, whether we running at them, making them tackle, or we just third and Cheeto. Damn. That hurts, boy. 210. What's up? Who this?
What's up, man?
Who this?
Stevie.
What up, Stevie? What you got for the show?
First off, I'd say we start Jordan Lewis over Awuzie. I think Jordan Lewis is has the better skills when it comes to playing the ball.
I agree, Steve.
Dak, for all the people who say Dak ain't shit, can't play, whatever, I think we'll screw yourself because Dak has proven time and time again why he's the franchise of this, or the quarterback of this franchise for years to come, and why he should be paid.
Sure.
And on one point, the drive that we kicked the field goal, I think it should have been a defensive holding or passing interference on Harrison Smith on Witten.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of contact before Dak threw the ball at Florida when Witten fell.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, man, referee's gonna referee, man. You know how that's gonna go, but we still gotta. But if we tackle those cats, it don't matter. We tackle those dudes, it don't matter. Oh man, that's all you got? That's all you got for the show?
I believe the Cowboys to win all the games.
It don't matter. That's your time, man. I appreciate it. Yo, Stevie, I made you platinum though, so next time you call in.
All right, I appreciate it.
I ain't do Stevie like that. Aisha, hang tight. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna knock some of these clock games out. 318. What up? Who this?
This Cam, Voch, what's going on?
What's good, Cam? What you got for the show?
I just want to talk a little bit about Dak on, defense. It's basically just wrap up. I mean, you just got outplayed, got out physical, just wrap up.
I tell you what, not only wrap up, but like bring your hips with you. Cause even when some people wrapped up and tried to fall and pull them down, it ain't work. You got to run through Dalvin. That was a big boy.
Yep. Yeah, cause Dalvin, he thick, no homo. He thick, but I think Dak doing.
Hey man, don't call him man thick no more, man. Hey, don't call him man thick.
The progression.
Yeah, don't call him man thick no more. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
He's doing better with his progressions. I've seen, a couple times Minnesota kind of bring the safety down the box, then maybe roll the one high. Okay, that's man. So look for Cooper. She ain't there. Go to Gallup, Cobb, and he found those wide receivers. It's nothing. I mean, other than the defense, ain't nothing really bad about the offense, other than maybe one of the play calls. Right. I thought maybe you can run an RPO, maybe.
Cam, you made some fantastic points, Cam, but I just made you platinum, dog. Next time you call, I got you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Great points, though, Cam. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all. I do think that a lot of this referee business is a little ticky tacky, man. But hey, man, just get ready for the narrative, man. That we're running too much on first down. Go ahead and get ready for that one. Don't even. Also, I got another PayPal from Marquise. He sent me $1 just to say Cheeto equals cheese doodle looking ass. My man, he's not. Marquise ain't fooling with the Cowboys tonight, man. He's really not. He's not having none of this foolishness. You understand? Anyway, let's get back into the phones though. Let's get back into this clock game. It's a fantastic clock game. We got 12 people left. Aisha's gonna be 12th because we're gonna hear what she got to say. But 757. What up? Who this?
Yeah, this Big Mike, man. This Big Mike.
What's good, Big Mike? I'm sad, man. I'm just hurt, Big Mike.
I was look, man. I done got my wife pissed off at me. I was yelling at the TV, all that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get in trouble, Big Mike. What you got for the show? What you got for the show?
Just to start off, early in the game when he went for that field goal, 50. I think it was like a 57-yard field goal, man. There was no reason to do it. It was just too early in the game.
Matter of fact,
so I couldn't even.
Let me pause your time because I do have that as an interesting talking point. Because I know normally people get on to Garrett for not playing to win, or what I'm saying, or being too conservative. Well, if I got Money Maher and I'm on the left hash where I normally make them from, and I kick that bitch from the other side of the star, I don't mind us going for 3 right there because in my mind, that's aggression. In my mind, that's going for the win. In my mind, you know what I'm saying? That, that's not trying to play to lose in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but my thing is that I know we got a top-notch punter. Like, you know what I'm saying? That could pin him. And to have Kirk Cousins start inside the 5 or even inside the 10 and try to go the full 90 yards, 9 times out of 10, Kirk Cousins is not completing that drive right there. So I'm thinking, put the faith in the defense early in the game, but we still got energy. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, I feel. Go ahead.
That's really what.
Go ahead.
That's what killed me.
Go ahead and re-up. I got your time back going, but that was a fantastic point, though. So, Big Mike, glad you brought that up.
Yeah, and really the only thing is just like you said, if you hot rolling dice, don't take the dice out of your hand.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't do that at the end of the game, man. That joint killed me. That's what got me in trouble right there, man. I was hot, man. I was hot.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand, man. And it's crazy that all of my dice shooters get the analogy. You know what I'm saying? Or some of my suburban audience may not get it, but my real ones understand. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, outside Richmond, man. You already know, man.
I feel you, player. But that's about to be your time, though, man. But Big Mike, I just made you platinum. This was a good call, man. Salute to you, brother.
All right, man. Be easy.
Yeah. That's a great call, man. I like when my constituents can all get together and just agree on things that make sense. It's fantastic when that happens. I've had 6 people call in today like, yo, you don't pass the dice when you hot. Keep rolling. Oh man, some people shoot craps at casinos. Some people shoot dice on street corners or in front porches or on bathroom floors. So 704, where you like to shoot dice at?
Here in Salisbury, North Carolina. This is JJ.
Okay.
I've listened to you now for going on, 4 months now, and first time caller.
Okay. Appreciate you.
So basically, what the other guy just said, wanting to punt the ball and shit. Well, when he got down there on the 5, they went all the damn way and scored a touchdown. Our defense has not been able to stop the running game going back to Miami. I mean, what's
Green Bay? Saints. The Saints.
No,
Saints.
Last year, playoffs.
Oh,
Rams.
Rams.
The Rams game. I mean, if you think about it. And the other thing I want to say is our coaching staff is not so much basically not trusting Dak. It's arrogance. It's we do what we do, and they don't care what other people do. If you go back to the Rams game last year, there was a thing that come out a week or 3 or 4 days before we played the Rams. If you remember correctly, I don't know if you remember, but I remember reading about it and hearing about it, to where I think, what's his name, the coach's name?
Jason Garrett?
No, for the Rams.
Sean McVay.
Yeah, Sean McVay was basically telling the defenses to, hell, I can't even think now. Dang. I had all this what I want to say, and I know you got me on speed round. But anyway, Jason Garrett didn't want to even think about that. I mean, take advantage of it, basically showing the defense one thing and then turn around the minute they're about ready to snap the ball and showing the defense another. It's always we do what we do, the clapper on the sideline, and that just irritates the hell out of me. I've been a Cowboys fan ever since I was 12. I'm 62 now, so I've stuck with them for a pretty good long time, and it just irritates the hell out of me that every time we get a game that we should win, we don't because of just the shit that he calls or the shit he lets goes on. It just irritates the hell out of me, Voch.
Damn. JJ, this was a fantastic call, man. I just plugged you in platinum, man. I appreciate you. And I do agree, I would like for us to get out of that arrogant way of, we do what we do. And I would much rather us, do what works. You know what I mean? But thanks for the call, man.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
Yep. I picked up the phone. I said, hey, where you like to shoot dice at? He say South Carolina. I say, boy, you shoot dice everywhere. buddy, boy, you shoot dice everywhere. Marquis says, I got to witness 3 Super Bowl wins by the age of 12, nothing in my adult years, 20 plus years of mediocrity since. That's all. Let's see how Jason Garrett finishes in an odd numbered year. Love you, Voch. Hey, man, I was born in 92, so imagine how I feel. I missed all the good stuff. Oh, man, let's continue this clock game. Clock game has been fun. Clock game is always interesting when you limit, time and all that. 904, where you like to shoot dice at?
That's hilarious. Anywhere I can, bro. Anywhere I can.
That's what I'm talking about. What's your name, man?
Marcus, man, calling from Florida. Marcus.
All right, Marcus from Florida. What you got for the show?
So, man, first of all, everybody who's talking about Tony Pollard getting more carries, man, look, I got 2 words for you. Troy Hambrick. Look it up. It was a dark, dark time in Dallas' history, man.
Okay.
We made a bad decision. But my opinion, man, the defense did what it's been doing all year. Ben tried not to break. They broke a few times tonight. But they did enough to give us an opportunity to win the game. So defense, it needs a lot of work. My biggest problem with the Cowboys has been the same problem for the past few years. We ignored special teams. We haven't had a legitimate kick returner or punt returner in years. And by doing that, we depend on Brett Maher to be pretty much all the special teams we got. And because we can't depend on him to make a kick, special teams is a detriment. So I think we need to be trying to win with all 3 phases of the game, especially when you can't really depend on one of them, either one of those 2 that we depend on for the entire game. So we need
an edge. We need a punt return that gets us 25 yards. We need a kick return that can come out of the end zone and maybe get us to the 35 rather than take the ball to 25. Any edge we can get, we need to take it. And right now, I think that's basically what our team is lacking. We need that something to get us over the hump, and that could be it.
I would like for Tavon to take better advantage of his opportunities, but I don't really.
The whole left side of the field was open, bruh.
It was looking like a touchdown, man. It was looking like it was 2 blocks away from being a touchdown. I don't know. Like I say, man, we're gonna have to ask Garrett, but it looked like it was about to make me sick, man. It's about to make me sick.
And everybody's been saying the same thing, and everybody's been right, man. Tackling. Coaches don't tackle, man. Players tackle. And we got millions of dollars on that defense, man. So you can't say they ain't being coached right. They are being coached right. They're not doing their job. And to me, if you're not doing your job, you lose your job. That's my opinion.
I feel you on that, man. Marcus from Florida, man. This was a good call, man. That's your time, bro. I appreciate you, man. You are platinum now. Call me back next week, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Sheesh. Boy, man, I was looking at that Tavon thing, boy, then the replay came through, and I ain't see nothing but space. I said, why they do that? Why they doing that? I don't know, man. We gonna see. The film gonna make me sick. 856, who this?
This is Zay from Jersey. What's up, Box?
What's that, man? Where you like to shoot dice at, Zay?
Anywhere I can, bro. Anywhere I can.
That's the only great answer, but you know, I feel you. What you got for the show, brother?
The only thing I want to touch on, I know it's gonna be real quick, but first of all, I'm tired of watching people catch tackles and not play with attitude, man. I was a little excited when we got Chris Richard because I seen how he coached, and he was he's I guess a vibrant type of coach. You know what I'm saying?
He be
he's
yelling.
in there, and
he be yelling. He's vocal. He's vocal.
Yeah. You see these other these people on defense when they make plays, man, they get up. I'm tired of each week. You know what I mean? Aaron Jones did it to Byron. He's waving to this man as he's running into the end zone. I'm not a professional lip reader, but when they caught when the tight end Rudolph, I think he called the touchdown pass or whatever, or the 2-point conversion, he called Cheeto a little boy. Like, you got to get upset at one point, man. I played football at one point. At some point, you just got to play with a little bit of pride and say, I'm not going to let this man disrespect me anymore this game. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a little upset. And I just feel like when Jerry picks players, he picks players that are cool, modest. You know what I'm saying? That's fine and dandy. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta grab your nuts and get mad.
I feel you, Zay. Hey, man, I just made you platinum, man, but I got to get you up out of here, man. Next time you call in, you with the rest of them. I appreciate you, brother. I do agree, man. I wanted just a little more attitude, man. Just a tad bit more ass whoop would have made me feel a little better. Arm tackles, all that chest bumping, man. Man, look, wrap up, but then bring your legs with them. Deliver a blow and figure this thing out, man. I was sick. Aisha, what's happening? What's the dealio?
Hey.
Where you like to shoot dice at, Aisha?
I don't know how to shoot dice.
Excuse me?
I've never shot dice. I don't engage in such acts.
Well, I'm gonna show you how to engage in such acts one day. Like, is this clock game, or you just kind of want to talk for a little bit? Cause it's late.
I just wanted to talk for a little bit. Everybody got to talk for a long time. I was doing homework.
Well, the last 6 callers didn't talk for a long time. They talked on clock game.
No, I'm not gonna talk long.
Okay, I'm about to put let's put 90 seconds on your clock because you got privilege.
Oh wow, you so childish, bro.
A little bit. I won't deny it. Okay.
You're so damn childish.
Talk, cause you ain't got nothing to say. But Dak is good. Coop is great. Defense was bad. What else is there to say?
No, I mean pretty much everybody said. I was gonna ask you.
Okay, what's that?
I was gonna ask you. So this year I seen from Zeke, like on the sidelines, and I know you don't play that much into this type of stuff, but he just doesn't seem engaged. Like, even when they show him on the bench half the time, he's sitting by himself, and he pouting. And I wonder if that has to do with how he's running the ball. because I mean it's just night and day. Like, granted, their defense did their thing, but just the way he ran the ball last week in comparison to this week, it just looks like a totally different guy. And you can see the frustration. Like, I saw it plenty of times today when Dalvin was going nuts and Zeke was on the sideline, and he was pissed. And I just wonder, like, if he's really engaged in the team, because it just doesn't seem like it anymore. I mean, but that's just me. That's just what I saw.
If you take a look at the end of the game, the third down run at the end of the game when we was in the goal line, that last drive or whatever, when Zeke got tackled, he just kind of flopped out and looked defeated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He just kind of he just kind of laid out and kind of just wallowed around in the grass for a little bit.
Yeah, he don't look like Dalvin. He don't look like McCaffrey. He not talking shit to people. He not hurting people. He not doing none of that no more. And like I said, like, I don't know if that has something to do with him not being at camp and stuff, but it definitely seems like he's not playing the same type of ball.
I'll tell you what it is. That combo of the septum and the two hoop nose rings together, I think is messing with his breathing or something. And he getting tired out there, and his respiratory system shutting down. Because I get sick every time I see that septum and them two hoop rings on his nose there. That's what I think it is.
I do have I think I have one more question, and then that's it.
What's up?
I wanted to ask. So obviously they're missing tackles.
Sure.
You know, the linebackers are taking bad angles, et cetera, gap integrity.
Right.
But do you think that it has something to do with our scheme? Because this is not and I say that because you have enough speed and talent, plenty, to be able to defend the run. So is it something schematically that they're not doing correctly? Because I was having flashbacks of freaking the Rams game. Because it's just too many times that teams are like, well, I can run on them. And that's what they're doing. And it's like, I'm waiting to see if there's going to be any, maybe if the personnel changes, maybe, and that's why I'm asking you. Because a couple of times today they were in the dime. And they got their asses fucking whooped when they did it. Excuse my language. I'm asking you that because you obviously look at the film.
I've always been led to believe, and this may be because I'm an offense guy. I've always been led to believe that offense has a lot more nuance than defense, and that defense, once you're in the look, it's mostly about can you execute your job against the other guy. You know, offense is like that as well, but in offense we got to be a little more synchronized. We got to be a little more. We got to be a little more, in sync, on the same page or whatever. But if you're a defensive tackle and you whoop the dude in front of you, you can make the play on defense, So I was just brought up to think that defense is more so about the execution of the actual player, and that you can run a base 4-3, cover 3, cover 2 scheme all day if you want to. If your talent's good enough, then you can get it done on defense. I could be wrong. There's probably some defensive oriented guy that's willing to disagree with me. Cool. I
think that makes perfect sense.
I feel like
that makes really good sense.
I don't think we did anything on defense that hindered us scheme wise, because if you look at how we played, like we was getting the Kirk, we was getting the pressures and all that. And I think we were solid at the line of scrimmage in terms of O-line versus D-line. I think the problem is once we got to the ball, we just didn't tackle them. But we got there.
Oh, yeah.
We got there, we had to deal with our blocks every now and then. Van Der Esch got caught up on a few guys, sure, absolutely. But once we got there, we weren't running through people. And I think that's that was the biggest issue.
I'm just wondering, like, it's just hard to watch because, obviously you say we got kind of spoiled last year with how well our defense played. But that was literally one of the things that we modeled our defense off of, is the fact that, we tackle. Like you don't have a lot of dudes getting yak on the Cowboys. I mean, I'm being honest, like last year you just did not see that. You did not see that at all. Like, I'm not saying that they, were sure tacklers, but this was not a conversation we were really having last year. I mean, even in the beginning of the season, when the offense was trash and the defense still was playing well, one of the biggest things was, the Cowboys swarm to the ball and they tackle well. And I'm just like, how does that just disappear in a year? Like, I mean, it's just, I'm serious about it's like night and day when you look at them out there arm tackling this dude. Like, I'm having flashbacks of 2008. It's making my head hurt. Like, they just arm tackling, dude just running through him. And to see Dalvin, he gets up after a run, he fixes himself, fix his shoulders. And looking at our dudes, like, you can't stop me. And Zeke's not doing that right now.
Well, they didn't. They didn't stop him. So Dalvin was absolutely right to look these people in the eye, to look him in the eye and give them real bad looks. So, hey, man,
yeah,
it is.
Your homie that said something about special teams was on point, because I've been saying that to you for forever.
Sure.
I've been saying, like, we need to be able to flip the field. Like, field position matters. We're not getting returns. We're not getting no help in that position. Like, literally almost every drive, like scoring drive Dak has, he's starting, like, in the 10, at the 10. And it's insane. I mean, it's great that he can do that, but amazing. Like, just think about how great it would be if we could start at the 50. If we got a decent return every now and then. I've been saying that to you for a long time. Like, why is our special teams play not a focal point? Because it makes a huge difference. But that's it. I'm done fussing.
And you know what? To be fair, and like, let me give you credit, because in terms of how you talk football, that was short for you. So I don't want to be ungrateful and act like that was short for you. You know what I'm saying? So let me just applaud you, though. Let me just give you a little credit and not just be mean to you the whole time, because you always act like I'm being mean to you. So I feel you on that. I got like teach you how to shoot dice one day, so you just won't be out here lost.
Yeah, I know. And then I can listen to Biggie, because I don't know none of his
All right,
songs.
Aisha, I gotta get you up out of here. Hey, I appreciate you. I thank you for calling, but I just gotta get you up out of here. My bad. Next time you call in, you go to the top. You go to the top list with everybody. I appreciate it. Hey, wrong with y'all? What y'all think I wasn't? Hey, wrong with y'all, man? What y'all thought this was, boy? What y'all thought we were doing around here, man? That was Aisha with an I in my chat box. She's Aisha with the I. However, I would like for Aisha with the A to call in, so we can hear what she got to say, because we heard from April. We heard from Aisha with the I. Let's hear from Aisha with the A. I like to hear what y'all talking about. Let's figure this thing out. Until then, let's get back in the clock game. We got 63 seconds, because that was my jersey number and all that. And we keep this thing consistent. Let's run this for the cardio. 804. What's up? Who this?
Vacho, what's up? This Ray from Richmond.
What's up, Ray? Hey, man, you ever shot dice in the bathroom before?
I used to shoot dice on the corner, but people get killed doing that. People come rob the dice game, so
that's big facts, Ray. That's big facts.
I kind of cut that out.
That's real talk.
37 years old. I seen all the Super Bowls, born in '82. When I started playing football in 1992, I was a Cowboy fan.
I was born in
Jumped
92.
on the bandwagon.
I was born in 92, so I
jumped on the bandwagon as a kid. Played for the Broad Rock Bandits with Mike Roberts, Brooks.
Okay.
Anyway,
I figure what you got for the show.
Voch. Man, I've been waiting for so long. Let me get my thoughts together.
My bad. My bad.
But look, a couple of points about it. That was outstanding. The only problem I got with Dak is I play offensive line. And when you tell me who to block, the person that I'm supposed to block knows that, hey, I'm coming for you.
Sure.
So I just feel like, keep it simple. Like, either switch it up, have some difference, because he's like calling out now, he's number 54, and I'm like, yo, like you warning the defense. But other than that, he played great, man. He was on point. Everybody on Zeke, man. You know, you running a single back into the teeth for the defense. It's an 8-man front.
Yeah.
You got Zeke back there in the shotgun, single back formation, and you running them straight up the middle. It's a wrap. You know, and then you look on the other side of the ball. Mike Zimmerman, he running the swing plays, the toss plays, and we are pursuing, but you know that Delvin Cook was getting momentum going to the outside. So I mean, you know, he's a good back. You know, he gonna break some of them tackles, and no excuse for the defense. They got to wrap up. They got to tackle. You know, but that was the second point I made. I felt the same way on that field goal in the first quarter.
Yo, Ray, I feel you, man, and I just made you platinum. So next time you call in, you ain't got to wait so long. You made some great points, man. Great call, man. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Yeah. Damn. All y'all make good calls, man. And I hate to hang up on people to make good calls, man. But I guess that's that comes with you know, that's the byproduct of when people call in, and they may be the first time calling your show, and you know, you just get to experience new people. I tell you what, when these phone lines fill up, and I see all these platinum callers go down the side of my list, man, it's a fantastic deal, man. It's a fantastic deal. I'm just listening in, Voch, because I'm shy and I ain't got time to be talking to these weird ass people. All right, okay, I got you. Okay, yeah, okay, you're right. All right, Ace, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna leave you alone. Yeah, you're right. Keep listening. Keep listening, though. I appreciate you for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. 972, what up? Who this?
Hey, Voch, how's it going? My name's Enrique.
What's up, Enrique? Where you like to shoot dice at, Enrique?
Oh man, I was shooting dice in Miss Vassal's 3rd grade classroom, man. Up for gummies.
Damn,
crazy.
Motherfucker's wicked. All right, Enrique.
Yeah, you know what it is.
What you got,
first
man?
First of all, you're talking about how grateful you are of all the callers, man. I'm how grateful I am for all your content and everything. I think you're really changing the way people digest the Cowboys, and unfortunately, I mean, this one hurt, man. I'm hurting.
Damn, man.
I'm hurting bad.
Yo, man, that mean everything to me, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, bro.
And let me tell you, like, I'm a medical student, and sometimes all you got is knowing that the boys play on Sunday, and then you get a game like today, and it's like, damn. And, well, I'll get to my points. Number one, you know, I'm sitting here in my room running through a wall, and I see these guys, except for maybe Lawrence, all right? He gets a pass, but all these other, they're not even running, man, and they're trying to arm tackle him. These running backs, like, there's no shot.
Yeah.
So that hurts.
I think it's kind of like the angle that they're taking. And then look, to be fair, man, I don't think they knew that Dalvin Cook was gonna run through him like that. I don't know if they anticipated Dalvin being more of a, I don't even want to say scat back, but just being more like a.
I'm gonna push back a little on that. I mean,
go ahead.
All the tape would have told you that.
I agree. I agree. But they were tackling they were tackling him like they were trying to tackle Saquon or trying to tackle Aaron Jones or something. They didn't tackle him like it was somebody that was about to run them smooth over, you know?
No, but here's the thing. It was pretty basic stuff too. I mean, it was even just like lowest man. Like they weren't even getting low. That's who do I put on that? Is that coaching? Is that I don't want to say it's players' attitude. I mean, I know they care. I see Jalen Smith flying every tackle. He's just not tackling him.
I don't know. Let me look at the film, and I'll probably be able to answer that for you.
I'd love to hear what you say about that. Anyways, my second point is the coaching, and you made a comment earlier. You know, some people are like pure analytics, some people are like anti-analytics. I think I'm pretty both, and I think both tell me that we got a problem. I mean, it's all these crucial defining moment plays. It's always like the field goal call. People are beating up Maher. We shouldn't have even kicked it. It was like mathematically it was like one of the worst calls in the league thus far.
I don't hate it.
Statistically, like we're the only team making those calls, and then we got timeouts. Don't even get me started on timeouts. Some people are calling. They're like 62. They've been saying, man, they have some wins. I don't have any of that, right? And I've been doing this for a while. It's Jerry Jones. Like what? We're just not going to change.
I like what you're saying.
So, at the end of the day, I'd love to hear your thoughts on how we're going to integrate Dak, Cooper, who is the only reason I'm still on the ledge, just because I got my toes glued on the ledge, just like him. And it's how's the transition between a new coach affect players defensively too? Like, what's Rashard going to do, especially with the weird relationship he's got with Marinelli?
Assuming Jason gets pushed off a bridge, I could only hope that not too much changes structurally. You know, we don't have a bad offense. We don't have a bad defense. Like the base of it, I would say. Now, when we
play cover 3 the most in the league. It's almost a standard deviation more than any other team. I mean, there's not much to it.
Well, see, what I'm saying is, our philosophy can probably change a little bit. The plays, I don't think are the okay, watch this. Somebody called in earlier. Forgot
Plays
who
have
said
gotten
it.
better. Plays
But
have gotten better.
Watch this. But the whole idea of we're gonna do what we're gonna do, regardless of what y'all do, we just do what we do best. If we can get that ideology out of here, you know what I'm saying? I think we'll just get better in general. We've proven, and even though we may be labeled as a run-first team, we've proven that we can go out and throw the ball against teams. We've thrown the ball against everybody except the Saints. The Saints are the only team that we didn't really throw the ball against, you know, as right. You know, well as we wanted to. So like, let's just do what we do. You know what I'm saying? But if we had to fire Garrett and bring in somebody else, I would hope that we don't change so much that it sets the whole team back. But we just change the philosophy a little bit. Like, let's just go out and air it out and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing.
Yeah, I hope so too, man, because we're built to win now, especially looking at cap space and stuff like that. So it'd be a shame to lose a year of these guys just on the transition. And yeah, I think Dak heard you when on the comments on just starting to change, adapt a little bit. I mean, he started looking like Romo in his prime, changing those plays. It was the first time I was really like, damn, like, I mean, it was like Aaron Rodgers. It was like third and 14. Okay, we finally got him. No conversion. Like 3rd and 12. Okay, we finally got him. No conversion. Oh, it was beautiful.
Hey, man, because our guy growing up. But Enrique, check this out. This is what you did. You found a way to play clock game, and I forgot to press the clock on you, so I'm going to hit 3, 2, 1. Hey, Enrique, I got to get you up out of here, but you're platinum now, so next time you call in, you go to the top of the list. This was a really good call, but I got to let you go. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Voch.
Great call, man. Oh, man. I let Enrique talk on this daggone phone. I ain't even hit the button on him. And the chat box ain't tell me nothing. Normally the chat box will hit me with an emoji looking at a phone or something. I mean, looking at a watch or a clock or something. Y'all ain't let me know, man. Y'all bugging. Let's keep listening. We got 4 more calls. We're gonna run through them. 817. What up? Who this?
It's Cody, Voch.
Cody, where you like to shoot dice, Cody?
Vegas. Although we used to have a dice game before Dallas County's finest put an end to that.
The demographics, man. The demographics. What you got, Cody? Talk to him about your Cowboys, man.
Okay. So the Cowboys did something tonight they've only managed to do 2 other times in franchise history. Okay. They failed to get a first down rushing the ball.
Wow.
Not one.
Wow. That's a real
it's
stat?
only happened 2 other times in 1,000 games.
That's a real stat tonight?
You know? That's a real stat.
Damn.
Zero first downs running the football. And you know, I really don't feel like Zeke's been the game breaker he was since his rookie year. Where's those big runs for touchdowns?
Damn.
Everything's disappeared.
Damn.
You know?
Talk to him, Cody.
You know?
Let him know. You ain't lying.
Go ahead. Is Ronald, I mean, Maybe we should have paid Ronald Leary $8 million instead of giving Alan Hearn $7.5 million to play 15 snaps a game.
Damn.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, oh, we'll just replace him. Yeah, good luck. You know, we'll take a guy out of the second round and replace him. Good luck. You know, I trust Will McClay. I don't trust Steven, and I don't trust Jerry. I don't trust them to make good decisions. You know, what Jerry say? 500 coaches I could hire to get this team to the Super Bowl. Yeah, okay. 20 years later, nothing. Give me a break.
I feel that you're pissed off. I feel that you're addressing this team with great vengeance and furious anger. But that's your 63 sec. Yo, Cody, man, I just made you platinum. I appreciate it, but man, I feel you. Shit. I'm on your
Thanks, Voch.
I'm on your
Hey, you know what? At least I got Luka Doncic to watch this week, so I'll be all right.
There you go. Go watch your Mavericks basketball. Appreciate you, fam. Damn.
All right, thanks, man. Take care.
Yeah. You know, man, sometimes, man, people call in mad. I be like, oh, bah humbug. You just being a negative Nancy, party pooper. Some of y'all motherfuckers call in and I be hurt for you. I be hurt with you. Damn, dog. We got 3 more callers. Let's just hear what y'all got to say. 480. Who this?
Hey, this is Rocky from Arizona.
Yeah, Rocky, they're killing you, Rocky. Where you like to shoot dice, Rocky?
I don't shoot dice.
Hey, man, we've gotten all the answers here. Some people shoot in the bathroom. Some people shoot in the library, on the corners in Vegas. Rocky does not shoot dice at all. What you got for the show, Rocky? Talk to us about your Cowboys.
Man, Dak and Amari killing it. The 3 toe drag swags we had was insane.
Agreed.
I mean, just crazy. 3 in 1 game. And then I think the QB coach was a great hire. You know, Dak's looked tremendous this year. But the Zeke screenplays have been non-existent. And last year, that was one of our biggest things. Zeke's screenplays would go 60, 70 yards all the time. Haven't had those. And then the Tavon Austin was probably the longest run all night. We ran him 1 time.
Agreed.
That's pretty much it.
Agreed. I just think we got a lot of personnel, man, and we just got to find more snaps for everybody. But I will say this though, just as an offensive guy, if you ask me how can we get more plays on offense, I'll tell you, make more stops on defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that definitely would have helped.
So we probably
But I think
didn't.
like getting Zeke in the screen game would have helped Dak out a little bit as well. You know. You look at Dalvin Cook, he wasn't so great in the rushing, but they got him in the screen game. He had almost 100 yards, you know, just in pretty much the screen game on us. And that's where we thrived last year. Like, Zeke in the screen game was one of the, best plays that we had.
Mm.
And I haven't seen it run, at all this year.
I feel you on that, Rocky. Listen, I just made you platinum because your time just ran out, though. But next time
right,
you
cool,
call,
man.
you ain't gotta wait so long. Cause man, y'all, let me see how long y'all been waiting, man. Let me pause it. Let me look and see. This is about to be a 3-hour show, man. This is about to be a 3-hour show, and y'all was just on the phone, just chilling, man. So I'm grateful to have y'all, man. Appreciate it, Rock.
Hey, man, thanks for the good content.
Throw the damn towel, man. If he dies, he dies. All right, man. 2 more callers, I promise. We got 2 more, and they're both from the same number. That's interesting. So we got 1 caller. 205, you calling me from 2 phones?
No, man, I don't know what it is.
All right, then. Well, who this?
Tino from Alabama.
All right, my guy. You all right? You tired? You sleepy?
No, I'm straight.
You sure?
Yeah.
Where you like to shoot dice at, fam?
I don't shoot dice, man. I keep all my money.
That's real talk. What you got for the show, player?
Man, I just want to talk about the first 2 red zone trips.
Okay.
I don't know why they had old Sean Lee on Rudolph, man. The first one, I don't know why Sean Lee was just looking at him like he was scared to push him out of bounds. I was like, it's legal to push him out of bounds, Sean Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second one, they put him on him again. Jalen Smith drives past his linebacker. Why he couldn't cover him?
Right.
And I don't know what's wrong with Zeke, man, but they should have traded him.
Damn.
And got a first round pick and drafted a young running back in the first round.
Damn. I feel you.
Zeke, if you look at McCaffrey, you look at Cook, they so elusive. I ain't seen Zeke make nobody miss. And I don't know when. Probably the Eagles game and the Giants game was the best game since last year.
Yeah.
But he looking slow, man.
Yeah. I feel you, fam. Yeah, I mean, maybe gained a little weight. I think it's because his nose rings. But I appreciate you, fam. Dog. Thanks for the call. Thanks for the call, my guy. I appreciate it. Call me next week.
All right.
Oh man. I'm stupid as hell, y'all. I was like, you all right? You sleepy? You sure? I'm stupid as hell. Oh man, it's been a long show, man. Long show, but I ain't want to do this real long because I was upset, man. I was going through Cowboy fan emotion stuff, and I kind of wanted to just hop on this thing for like 30 minutes and hop off, man. But somebody in the chat box asked me, I think, I forgot who asked me. Harry asked me. He was like, Voch, I thought this was gonna be a short show, man. Basically, man, like, I like y'all a little bit. You know what I mean? So if y'all want to come in and listen, and y'all want to, hear what I got to say, and, we can all come together, whether it be a win or a loss. We all come together and fellowship together and, talk about how pissed off we are, or talk about how happy we are with our team or whatever. I'll hang around as long as y'all are willing to hang around with me. And if y'all got the patience, the nerve, the gumption to hang around on the phone for 3 hours, just waiting to get in on the show, waiting for your voice to be heard, waiting to be platinum, waiting to talk to me, man, who am I? Who am I to not answer your call? Who am I to cut this thing short when people want to get stuff off their chest? You know what I mean? People need outlets. So, I think I got a cool little platform where I let people call in, have a little voice, and get their thoughts and opinions out. So that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I appreciate y'all. Look, I'm trying to get to 50,000 subs by the end of the year. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I got faith in y'all, got faith in me. So if y'all haven't hit the subscribe button, because I know a lot of y'all don't hit the subscribe button, y'all just kind of, it's Wednesday, let's see if Voch dropped the video, and y'all just go show up to the damn video. I know a lot of y'all like do that, but like if y'all haven't subscribed to me yet, like hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. I don't ask for much. Hold that down for me, and hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping these random videos and live streams in the middle of the week. I have a Patreon if y'all want to hold me down on that, just any kind of way, man. Yeah, if y'all want to share a video. We lost, but we still gonna drop 3 film sessions this week. I know Dak gonna get one. I know Coop's gonna get one. I haven't decided the third one yet, so we'll cross that road whenever we get there. I appreciate y'all, man. If y'all want to continue to support me, y'all watch these ads. If you like something, cop it. If not, just watch it for the time and all that. Y'all hold down for the Doski Woski, man. Until next time, peace. Cable bill was way. They sent me a Fire Stick, plug that thing into the HDMI. Now I get unlimited shows, movies, and live TV. I'm a huge sports fan, so I love League Pass, Sunday Ticket, and I get the pay-per-view fights for free. There's something for the whole family. You can buy a Fire Stick for every TV in the house and still spend less money than you would on cable. That's affordablesticks.com. There's a link in my description. You should go click it. Cut the cord, man. The YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that's subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. After canceling my cable, I saved $2,400 this year by switching to Beast TV through channelsforcheap.com. Some people pay $200+ a month. I paid $120 a year, or you can go $15 a month if that's what's convenient for you. You get 2,500 HD channels. 1,000 of those are in English, and there are plenty of other international channels, TV Guide, and we get all the sports. One of my favorite things is multi-screen feature. So if I don't know what I want to watch, I can tune into 4 different channels at one time that you can watch on 4 different devices, and it's available on Fire Stick, smart TVs, tablets, and if you're on the go, you can watch TV on your phone. Hit the link in my description or go to channelsforcheap.com where you can get a free 7-day trial. That's a whole week for you to just sit down and play with it and see what you like about it, then come back and make a purchase. If you have any questions, go to channelsforcheap.com, hit this little button here, and they'll respond to you immediately. That is channels4cheap.com. The link is in the description. I highly recommend it. Let's do it.